Greetings, adventurers, and well met Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. It is the fourth Tuesday of the month, the fourth Tuesday of the month, which means it is time for an episode of Vecna Eve of Ruin, some live Dungeons and Dragons play. We are playing homebrew rules. Our group plays a lot of Adventurers League organized play together, but they decided they wanted to play some homebrew this time around. We haven't started to implement any of the 2024 Players Handbook rules yet, so we're still playing with the original 2014 5th edition, but we might sprinkle some of that in the coming episodes as we talk with the players. We don't really want to change a whole bunch right in the middle of the, well, I should say I don't want to change a whole bunch of the rules and stuff right in the middle. Unless maybe the Divine... I'm just teasing, DOS. We won't change the Divine Smite. We'll leave it the way it is for now. But we're going to go ahead and have the players reintroduce their characters, who they're playing, and all of that. I'm going to switch over here to our combat screen so that everyone can see Dotchin. Hello, hello, hello. We'll have all the players reintroduce their characters for everyone to remind them who they're playing. Their characters are 10th level currently in a place called the Evernight, I believe, right? The Evernight Graveyard. And trying to find a dusk moat or something of that nature to make their way back to Neverwinter, having rescued some prominent townsfolk in Neverwinter from this cult that they've discovered as the cult of Vecna. They are going to be starting in combat, so actually let me go ahead and let's move us to the combat screen. And by the way, if you are watching, you will note here on the screen that you are seeing everything from my point of view as the DM. If we can get over to that screen, give you 1 second. That is a different tomb. That's the pit. There we go. So you might see things on the DM layer. Just kind of ignore that. Also, if you want to spend your channel points to help the players or hinder the monsters, check your channel points below for your gold pieces. You can do different things to help them out. They just left a... how would you guys want to describe that area? An undead market. There were demons and undead and all of these different things here. Yeah, it's like a bazaar, exactly. And we're making our way to find this area to find a little sliver in a gap in reality, like a portal of sorts, and trying to escape Evernight. And they found this. We're told this about this tomb, and as they approached the tomb, they were ambushed, kind of, or just attacked by some vampire spawn looking to get an easy meal, perhaps. So let's go ahead and introduce the characters, and then we will actually be jumping directly into combat. So, Agnoth, go ahead and remind everyone who you are playing, if you would, please.
Absolutely. Agnoth is with the 10 Eels, which is a group of adventurers from Exandria who fell into a rift and wound up in Faerun and all of the shenanigans we're now seeing. Agnoth is a gnoll from a village called undeath in the Kryn Dynasty. He is an artificer, specifically an armorer, so he runs around in a giant metal suit, kind of animated, has some fancy magical stuff on it. Yeah, he's generally been trying to keep a lower profile here, but it has sometimes worked, sometimes not. We'll see how it goes now.
All right, thank you, Agnoth. And next up we have Blink. Let me find Blink on here. There's Blink.
And I'm Greg, he, him. I play Blink. Blink is an Echo Knight who has spent a campaign and a half now fancying himself Captain Renly's #1 protector. After a stint in a bag of holding under a sickness, he's realized that he is more treated like #2, and he's trying to come to grips with that.
Instead of #1. All right, thank you very much, Blink. And then we have the aforementioned Captain Renly.
Hey, folks, I'm also a Greg, he, him, and I play Captain Renly, the Aasimar, fathomless, warlocked pack of the tome who is completely oblivious to any disgruntlement on the part of Blink, and is more just trying to lead these eels through these dang blasted graveyards and through all the trouble and weariness that comes with traveling through a pit and getting your boots dirty.
All right, thank you, Captain Renly. And then next up, we have Das.
Yes. Das the Blessed, also known as Das the Best, at least by himself, is a 6-foot-something minotaur from the other Kryn. Unlike the rest of this group who came over from Exandria, Das was actually skipped over from the Dragonlance setting, from the continent of Ansalon, where the War of the Lance was taking place. And he thought of himself as a particularly important member of that fight until he was sent over to the Forgotten Realms, where he is now trying to figure out his exact purpose, but he still knows it's going to be something big and mighty. He is a Oath of Conquest paladin who, despite some, dust-ups between his colleagues, is somewhat oblivious to some of the internal machinations among this crew. He's usually just smashing doors open and making sure that he's still the best.
All right, thank you, Das. And then we have Devana.
Hey, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Devana. We are both she, her. And Devana is unknown lineage. She might be an elf. She's ashen skin, covered with golden tattoos that look celestial, like stars and celestial forms. Elf ears, but her skin tone and hair tone's not quite right for an elf. And you'll notice as she walks away from you, she has a tail. She's fairly expressive with her tail. And if you get her drunk, she will adamantly tell you that no one is after her.
All right.
And that's Devana.
Thank you very much, Devana. And then we have Minerva.
Hi, I'm Dana. I'm playing Minerva. She is from the Menagerie Coast in Exandria, particularly Port Damali, where she comes from a family of merchants, kind of playing both sides of the law there. And she fell into this group, minus Das, adventuring, while she was looking for more curiosities and oddities for her shop. And yeah, she is definitely motivated to finding strange objects, and while doing so, she came under some otherworldly warping influence, and which gave her some strange powers. She is also custom lineage and an aberrant mind sorcerer, and she's very happy to have just left this market with filling her bag of holding with a bunch of odd objects that was found there. And so to her, like, that was a great little endeavor and adventure.
All right, thank you very much, Minerva. Everyone go ahead and start with inspiration if you don't have it still from last session. Oops, adjusting some stuff over here. There we go. All right, so the characters again had gone through the Bazaar, the corpse market, and found a lead on getting basically out of Evernight, which is kind of in the Shadowfell, a very almost mirrored but evil, almost like a Bizarro universe, as it were, of a version of Neverwinter. And Evernight, instead of the Neverwinter River running through the city, it was a river of lava and smoke and ash, and everything filled the sky from the characters, from what the characters could see. Here's a little handout for everyone to see. I believe we've already shared this handout with the players. That's kind of what Evernight looks like. It's the counterpart of Neverwinter in the Shadowfell. They've made their way to the graveyard, to the Dolendar tomb, and are preparing to fight some vampire spawn. So initiative's already been rolled. It's the top of the first round. Agnoth, you are up. You see 4 of these spawn. just outside of this little enclosed area, just outside the tomb. You definitely can see the ground in this little portico is kind of swept free of weeds and seems to be very clean compared to the rest of the graveyard. And these 4 spawn dressed in rags and ripped clothing and such like that definitely seem very bloodthirsty. And you're up.
I may need to be pulled over to the correct map as well.
Oh, okay. That might be the situation where I need to have everyone come over there. There we go.
Yeah, can I come too?
Yes, sir.
Everybody can get on the new map. There we go.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
Wow. Uncalled for.
You know, you're used to getting left behind and all of that. It's yeah. But not this time. Okay, so that aside, we've got a bunch of vampires who look unfriendly and I think need to be taught a lesson. How high is the fence around us?
I don't think very high. Maybe 2 to 3 feet at the most.
So I can clamber over that pretty
Yes,
easily.
fairly easily. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be a
All right,
difficult terrain
I
or
will
anything
do
of that
that.
nature. Yeah.
Get on this side of Renly and punch this guy in the face. Or try, you know, we don't know until we roll.
A 23 will definitely strike true on the vampire spawn.
Okay, and there will be a second swing. Oh, does that include the... Yes, that does include everything. And that probably hits.
Yep.
And I guess that will be it for the time being. Hopefully he's rethinking his life choices or unlife choices.
We will see. Renly, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration to throw my first Eldritch Blast at this one next to me with advantage.
Okay.
Or not advantage, but a flat roll,
flat
since
roll,
they're
yep.
right next to me.
Sure. A 21 will strike true for 13.
Ah, be gone, spawn! And push them back 10 feet, and then I will do so again. 17?
17 will hit as well.
Haha! For another 14 points of force and another 10 feet. And then I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20.
This, by the way, is Eldon, your companion cleric.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a
rescued
step
from the ritual.
in front of him to potentially blast away any vampire spawns that want to, because he's got some power, but is a little more squishy than us, I would imagine. So I'm going to stay here, and that's it for me.
All right, Minerva.
Okay, I'll do the first thing I thought of. I'm going to use my Ring of Shooting Stars, hold it out to them, and going to cast Fairy Fire is going to do all 4, but now I can just get these 3
Sure.
right in front of me. So let's see. I have a thing right here. Fire. Here it is. Boop.
Didn't pop up.
Oh, it didn't.
It's all good. First of all, what color is your fairy fire? And then, second of all, what
purple.
Purple, the violet. Okay, what is your DC of 17? There, it came through.
There we go.
All right, so we'll attempt their dexterity saving throws. The top one did save. The one in the middle, attempting its saving throw. It will save as well. I'm so glad I'm making these saves instead of attack rolls. Oh, that one, that spoke too soon for them. That one is fairy fire.
All right. And
That one skipped Pilates.
Correct,
Yep.
yeah.
that counts as casting a spell, the leveled spell, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's. Let's see. Oh, I will use my bonus action to telekinetically shove that one away from you.
All right, and that's a strength save, and is the same DC?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it will stand firm. Ooh.
Oh my god, these things are strong. Or it seems to me. Okay, that's all I can do. I'm not going to move at the moment.
All right. Blink, we're up.
All right.
I think Panda Rage just called you Buffy.
I have looked. I have what looks to be some status icons on my token.
Oh, that's
but
right. You were
in Update Room,
surprised.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that means.
That was the
Okay.
surprise. You would have had the surprise condition. That is correct. So you will lose your surprise condition. Take that token marker off of you there. That brings us around to Devana. You did save the world a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, so Devana will do what Twilight Clerics do and bring up her Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Okay.
Blink the Vampire Slayer.
This time around, if you have 12 or less, bump it up to 12 temporary hit points at the end of your turn. I am also going to go ahead and bring out my. No, I'm gonna trust my companions for right now. I feel like we're doing okay, and that's going to be my full turn.
Any movement?
No, I'll stay right where I am.
All right. This vampire spawn, the bad guys are up. This vampire spawn is going to advance to Agnoth. This one's going to advance forward to Devana. This one is going to advance forward to Minerva. This one is going to stay on Minerva as well. The top vampire spawn against Agnoth. The first thing that you notice, Agnoth, as it moves close to you, its wounds begin to close.
Brilliant.
It is going to multi-attack you. First thing it's going to do is try to attempt to bite you first, or I'm sorry, claw you first. An AC of 10 is going to miss. So it's going to try to claw you a second time. A 23.
Still going to miss.
That will miss it. All right. Next up, this one comes around to Devana. Multi-attack as well. The first claw on Devana. AC of 20.
That just hits.
Okay.
All right. Since I have my reaction back,
Sure.
I want. Oh no, I don't have my echo out. I can't use Shadow Martyr. Never mind.
Okay. No worries. No worries. The first thing it's going to do is grapple you.
Oh, okay.
So instead of taking 8 slashing, you're just going to grapple you instead. Then it's going to take another claw attack at you as well. Critting you, this time it will do. Oh, wait. Yeah.
People use my reaction to. I'm forgetting what the name of my
Guardian
Guardian Emblet to negate that.
Excellent. So that will not be a crit. So it will just hit for 6 slashing, because it will do damage this time since it already has you grappled. On your turn, if you want to attempt to escape the grapple, the DC is a 13, which you can use your dexterity acrobatics or your strength athletics. And then we have 2 on Minerva down here.
Mm-hmm.
The first one on Minerva at the top one, AC of 19.
Shield.
Okay. That brings your AC up to what?
20.
20. Okay, excellent. Next attack will miss. And the one that has fairy fire on it swings out at you with an AC of 24.
So that was going to hit.
And it's not going to do damage. It is also going to grapple you.
Okay.
And then its second attack will bounce off of your shielding.
Great.
So both Minerva and Devana are grappled.
I'm also going to put. I did my reaction.
There we go. And that brings us to Das. Let's see which one of these is going to die first.
All right. Remind me, how much movement does it take to go over the fence?
Does not cost. It's not difficult terrain. Does it cost you any?
All right. 1, 2, 3. I provoke an opportunity attack.
It will attempt to swing at you with its claw. It will miss with a natural 1.
4, 5. Actually, sorry. 4. And whip out the spear and throw it at this distant one up to the top. Javelin. And throw it at this one up at the top.
All right.
So a javelin of red lightning comes shooting out. let's see. A little emblem on Dawson's armor lights up.
What I'm going to do for you is I'm not going to make your attack roll at disadvantage. We have this map very small because of the fact that there's the rest of the maps over here. You can easily step down one more. It would have provoked another attack, though. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the provoke the attack for the
good of everyone. Yes, and 21 will miss you.
Yes, that will. We have some high ACs. All right. So javelin, and I'm going to use my DM inspiration on this.
Okay.
So let's see. Javelin advantage.
Is it 27 will strike true?
Look at that lightning damage.
Nice.
Everyone in the middle will take 20 DC 13 save for half.
All right, we will start with the one down here right in front of you and just work our way up. Dexterity save, DC 13 will fail, taking 20 lightning. Don't think they have any sort of special. Yep, just that. Okay. The next one, attempting its save, will succeed, taking 10 lightning. The one above that one will succeed, taking 10 lightning. And the final one will have to make a...
It will take...
No, it will...
9.
Yeah, I will take 9 lightning and then also the damage. Go ahead and click on the Javelin of Lightning too. Nice.
The dueling does not apply, so it's just the 9.
18 points.
All right. So that is my first attack. Put myself to right here. Second attack, obviously the javelin's out of my hand. Second attack, swing the longsword at the fairy fired vampire to the south.
All right, go ahead. Do you have advantage?
Advantage.
26 will strike true.
And I will smite on top of this with a first level smite when my last one's left. So that's 12. I believe that's 3d8 since they're undead.
Correct.
17.
So aha! 29 points.
Begone, vile dead creatures, and turn.
All right. Eldon is up. I should probably have his character sheet open. He is going to go ahead and, knowing that Agnoth is kind of going next, not really, worried about everyone else that seems to be doing just fine. He's going to guiding bolt this one up here. AC of 15 will hit it on the numbers, dealing 14 radiant to the creature. It is, thanks, and Elder will thank Renly. Thank you, sir. I definitely appreciate the protection. So the next attack against this vampire spawn will have advantage. It also has been dealt radiant damage. Top of the round, Agnoth, you are up.
Well, if it gets served up, might as well take the chance. Advantage on the one next to me. Let's see how this goes. That's probably a hit.
That will hit. That will be enough to finish that vampire spawn off as it falls to the ground. Having taken radiant damage, it cannot regenerate.
Oh, radiant. Nice. And second attack will be normal on the one next to me now. I'm rolling high on these. Another 13 thunder on that one.
That will hit.
And I will end there.
All right, Renly.
All right, doing well. I think I'm gonna blast. Well, did that one just come back up here?
No, I just put the. I deleted it when I needed it in there.
Got it. This one still has fairy fire. I'm gonna blast away with advantage.
Okay. That will hit. Between 10 force. And that will hit as well. To 11 force.
I don't have any radiant because I used my radiant consumption.
You want to push it?
Yeah, I want it further away from Minerva.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Blink will kill me if I come up there and take its spot. And as soon as Elrond thanks me, I'll be like, oh, well, yes, far be it from me to allow a good coat to be spoiled. And I will stay put.
All right, that brings us to Minerva.
Ooh, I have so few spell slots. And the one I have, positioning is not right. So I am just going to reach out and shocking grasp this one right in front of me.
Okay.
So. Actually, I'm going to twin shocking grasp. There's both of those.
Okay.
But I do have a couple sorcery points. Where are you? There you are. So that's to the one to the north. I don't know if 14 will make
14 will miss.
it. All right. Let's hope I get one of them there. That one to the
That
south.
one will hit.
Thank goodness. Ooh. Now I would only take one up attack. Oh. First, I'll try and telekinetic it. Bonus action, shove that one. Because this one to the south is the one I shot. So this one I'm going to try and telekinetically shove.
Okay.
Away. If I can get it to move.
Yes. It does move back 5 feet and does break the grapple on Devana.
Oh, is this one still grappling me though, right?
Yes, this one is still grappling
okay.
you.
Oh, so I can't actually walk. Okay.
Devana said, thank you.
You're welcome. I forgot that I was grappled. That's all right. Can't take reactions, but I can't leave its reach. There we go.
All right, back around to Blink. You are up. You may fully act this round.
Where did these guys come from? So first thing I'll do is I'll bonus action pop an echo into the middle of things.
Okay.
And whatever you say is fine with me. Can I use bait and switch if she's grappled?
Let me see bait and switch.
Hold on, I'll copy it in.
If I feel a creature on your turn, you can spend one superiority die, switch places with that creature, but needs to spend at least 5 feet of movement. The creature is willing and isn't incapacitated. Its movement doesn't provoke attacks or opportunities. Roll the superiority die. Target's turn. You and the other creature have bonus AC equals to rolled. I'm going to say it would not break the grapple because they have to be willing, and that makes it not forced movement. See what I'm saying?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. In which case, I am just going to beat on the thing. Well, first I have to walk around here because I have to block Renly's path. So I'm going to come out here, and it's just going to be blink, echo, and blink on this one guy, hammering it back and forth. Like one of those clocks with the hammers.
My hero.
That's how Minerva's feeling too.
Nope.
Blink.
17 will hit.
Nice.
And I use the bonus to pop out the echo, so I don't really have anything else to do because I'm going to save the action surge for later.
And is that a magic greatsword? I forgot to ask.
It is a magic greatsword,
Gotcha.
yes.
Excellent. All right, Devana. And also, don't forget if at the end of your turn, to take your 12 temporary hit points if you have not.
Oh, thank you.
And Devana. It is Devana's turn.
Well, Devana was going to pull out Spirit Guardians and say, we're not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with us. But we are really giving these guys a whooping, and she's going to save that spell slot. If I remember correctly, Blink's blink is incorporeal, and I can step into that space.
Sure, you can. How did we rule that previously? Because it does have an armor class and it does have 1 hit point. Did we account it
I mean,
as...
the books, the Wild Hunt book says it occupies its space, but
Okay.
it never says anything more explicit than that. So however you want to call it is how,
Then I
is how
can't.
it happens.
That's absolutely fine.
No, you can
No
move
worries.
through the space still. We'll go ahead and use the new rule where your allies. We'll put that in right now. We'll put that in from the new book. Your allies aren't difficult terrain for you to move through. Let's do it that way.
Okay, then I will move through him because that gets me into the same sort of proximity that I
Sure.
wanted.
Mhm.
And I will just do Word of Radiance on
Okay.
the two
Excellent.
that are near me.
Nice, nice.
All right.
I always roll so low with that.
It's
We'll do
just
the
it's
one-
just that spell.
We'll do the one to the north first.
I mean, however much damage it makes them killable, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That one will fail, taking 4 radiant. And the one over here will make it save.
Oh man.
That is okay. I feel like we've got these guys. So this time around, if you have less than 15 temporary hit points, please take 15 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And I will leave it like that.
All right, Agnoth, I can tell you this. This creature right here, with your passive perception to the north of you, it does not regenerate, but you can see that the remains of the radiant energy that have kind of dissipated at the start of its turn. You can definitely tell that the creature is most likely going to begin to regenerate at the start of its next turn.
right, so you need to hit it with radiant before its turn comes up
Yeah.
to kill it. Okay,
Um,
have to do it again.
go ahead. You're a artificer. Give me a Arcana check. Yes, you actually know that you need to put a stake through its heart, or basically put it in running water, or use sunlight to actually kill it.
Good to know.
That one cannot regenerate. This one cannot regenerate. Go ahead and remove the red from them. This one, however,
Is
can
this fence
regenerate.
made of wood?
I don't know. I think it's been made of wrought iron, actually.
All right, so it's not a handy little tool for that, but anyway.
Well, you might have some torches in some of your different kits and such like that.
Yep.
Oh, so the one we had down came back up. Gotcha.
Not yet.
Gotcha.
Not yet. It didn't regenerate
Not
at
yet.
the start of its turn because it had taken radiant damage.
Gotcha. But it could next time, is what he is
And
assessing.
you, as a 10th level cleric, your character would know this as well. That you have to stake them, so you can easily shout that out just to everyone. Either run them in water, use sunlight, or stake them in the heart.
I will say that. Everybody get out or use the back end of your weapon. Stake them in the heart.
This
Wait,
was
run them through water? I
running water.
will do it too?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like if you
I
get
mean,
them all down to
Captain-
zero,
Captain
someone
had that
casts
water
like
friend.
a tidal wave or something.
Well, I'm looking at thinking, does Renly have water thing? Is there any water around here?
No, there's not.
Okay.
It's not any sunlight either.
Well, that's because I have shape.
Did
I'll go
anyone
ahead and
drink
take
too
the, take the grapple off of Devana. However, this one over here is still grappling Minerva. It is actually going to first, Minerva, reach out to claw you. 17
gonna
will
shoot-
miss. I'm sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
well, my shield was down, but I would re-shield
Shield again?
for
Okay.
that one.
May I take my sentinel attack if it's attacking Minerva?
You sure can.
Ugh.
11, unfortunately, will miss. Its next attacks with its bite for 23.
That'll do it. So my hit points back was reduced by the net equal to the
So you'll lose 6 piercing, and then you'll take 6 necrotic, and it will gain 6.
It's psychic
How does
energy.
that
That
work with temporary hit points?
But that's the whole point. The temporary hit points would eat that, so it would negate the hit point. Well, actually, no. It would. I don't know. I'd say if it comes off your temporaries, it's not going to take effect.
Okay.
This is not actually reducing.
Right. My hit points.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then we have the one that was this one here. We have the one up here by Agnoth and Devana. This one's going to attack Devana to the south. Oops.
Okay.
Claw first, missing, and the claw
Missing.
again will miss horribly. And then finally, this one down here will attack Das. AC of 20 will miss, and AC of 17 will miss. Back around to Das.
All right, we're going to first try to get rid of this one to the south. So, advantage with longsword because of the fairy fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never did concentration checks for those. Oh,
16 damage.
All right. That is enough to finish that one off.
All right. I did not use radiant damage on that. That was a sword, magic sword. So Das will yell to Blink, stab your helmet horn through its heart or something. And then we'll swing his second attack at the other one in front of him. Just straightforward attack. Ooh.
Missing horribly.
Yeah. And I don't have any great bonus actions left, so that will be turn.
Give me a dex save. Or strength
All right.
save, your choice. You can do a strength save if you want to.
Strength save,
Strength
I think
save is much easier. Yeah, let's do a strength save.
All right.
Not a problem. You're able to hold your weapon into your hand as we strike out at the creature, missing horribly. You're not fumbling the sword from your hand, but you are making the strength check to prevent it from swinging wildly into one of your companions nearby.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
And end of turn.
Yep.
All right, Eldon is up. Eldon is going to hop over the fence, run around here, pull a stake out, and we'll stake this one here.
Excellent.
Nice.
Top of the round, Agnoth, you are up.
Alright, there's something next to me that looks like it needs a little hurting, so I'm going to try to make it so. 2 attacks with Thunder Gauntlets again.
Hitting.
These are really good rolls for some reason.
Hitting.
Although it is a plus 11, so I suppose that helps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to hold the line here.
Okay.
I'm noticing the one next to me may wake up at some point, but, we'll deal with that when it happens.
All right, Renly.
All right, I'm okay, and I whip out a dagger and I run forward, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use my necklace of prayer beads to burn my branding smite spell, and I'm going to attack it with the
Nice.
+1 dagger that I have.
Nice. I love it.
17 will hit.
6 piercing plus...
Well, it does say a +2 dagger, so you have a +2 dagger.
Oh, sorry. Plus 10 radiant.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'll pull the dagger out, look at it, like all happy with myself, and then like, ew. Unsheath it.
All right, that one will not be able to regenerate next round. Minerva.
All right. Let's do this again. Shocking Grasp, since I have no radiant damage. That hits. Too bad they didn't get the crit. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
So 11 lightning.
Oh, it did. 11 lightning, and then I'm going to try and shove it away. Like, I guess in between Das and Blink there somehow.
Okay. Attempting a strength save. Standing fast.
It has a horrible grip on me. That's it.
All right, Blink.
Okay. The one up here to the very north is about to wake up, right? And we all know this because it was shouted.
It's not about to wake up. It's not going to regenerate, but it's not dead.
It needs a stake to the heart.
Yes,
I
it needs to
really
stake through
hate
the
to
heart.
do
It needs
this.
to have running water run over it, or it needs to have sunlight, daylight damage directly to it.
But Das had yelled at me, so I'm glaring at Das. And then I look at Renly and I sigh. The echo moves up here. I bonus action swap places with it.
Okay.
I don't have a stake, but what I can have to try to approximate it is an immovable rod.
I will count the immovable rod as a stake if you use the immovable rod to pierce
I
his
am.
heart.
Either way, he's not getting
Hard.
back up.
Yeah.
And
And that was my action because, yeah.
okay, that will turn that one to dust as well. That brings us to Devana.
Well done, Blink.
Devana will pull the same move just to keep them from regenerating.
Okay.
Hopefully she rolled a little bit better this time. Where did it go? There it is. No, same terrible roll.
All right, attempting the con save for the one to the north of you. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, well,
That's
it can
fast.
waste that crit.
Right? You'd rather have me do them on saves than attack rolls. Yeah.
Oh, and that one made it too.
That will make it as well.
Wow.
Oh well. I say, I didn't hit them. They're gonna start regenerating.
Not this one. I loosened the jar.
Excellent. Thank you, Captain.
Everyone take back your inspiration, not only from all of that, but also Blink with the immovable rod. This one, however, at the start of its turn will regenerate to 10 hit points, as it has not been affected by anything that would prevent it. This one does not, but we will remove its prevent. It's a token that will prevent the regeneration. And at the end of your turn, if you're down, you'll get 12 back from Devana. This one is going to attempt to bite Minerva again. It will miss, and then it will attempt to claw. Missing as well, very horribly.
I'm sorry, shouldn't Minerva have had a turn since their last turn? Oh, there, I see her temporary hit points came back.
Yep. No, I just hadn't
Usually
done it yet.
15 would have been that time.
Yeah, that's right.
That vampire kind of sucks, to be honest.
Right. All right. So, yeah.
This one's going to attack Devana with a claw first, missing, and then try to claw again, missing as well. Das.
All right. I'm very tempted to try to do some sort of like Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine move to like pick up this vampire off of Minerva and like carry it away. But I think I've got actually a better idea here. All right, so we're going to do a longsword attack. 15.
Will hit on numbers.
All right. All right, you know what I'm going to do then? I'm going to... So first, just regular damage. That's 15 damage.
All right.
And with that, I'm going to use my hammering horns to try to move it. Basically, with my bonus action to swing it farther away. So basically a strength. That would be a strength 9 saving throw. It would be 8 plus 4 plus 5.
17.
So,
all right.
Yep.
It will move it up to 10 feet away. Where do you want to move it?
let's move it up towards Blink. Right there.
All right, that will break the grapple, forced movement
Yay.
on Minerva.
And since that was basically my bonus action, that will be my turn. No problem.
I'm free.
All right, Eldon is up. You see him kind of move away from the dust at his feet with a stake in hand. And he moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 over to here, waiting for Blink.
So he's holding his action to stake
He
it.
is ready
after-
in action to stake it once it falls. Yep.
Perfect.
Agnoth, you are up.
Well, the one next to me still needs some attention, so let's see if I can get that. 14's going to miss, right?
The 14 will miss, yes.
Had to happen eventually. And I think that should hit.
That will hit, yes. 13 more thunder.
Getting close. Going to stay here.
Ever recruiting for new players for campaigns? We're actually in the midst of trying to put together a Thursday evening campaign. If you join the Discord channel and choose the roles for AL and all of that, and for D&D news and everything like that, we'll put out some stuff for that here in the next month or so. Gonna wait till we get through Halloween and everything like that. Probably starting that new campaign at the start of the year, where we will put out some calls for applications for that game as well. It'll be a homebrew game actually in my campaign world. So that was Agnoth. So Renly, you're up.
All right, so the one close to us is not going to, this one is not going to regenerate, and I could probably just blast that and kill it.
If you blast it right now, it will die because Eldon's ready an action to stake it.
Yeah.
You see him kind of standing back there, bouncing back and forth, waiting for his opportunity to get in there.
I think that's what I'm aiming for. 12's going to miss, though, right?
Correct.
25 won't,
That
though.
will hit, yes.
Is 8 force enough?
8 force is enough to drop the creature. As it does, you see Eldon pounce on it with his ready action, staking it and killing it.
Ah.
Oh, Eldon, good job.
Nice.
Cleric power.
And that's my 2 blasts. I think we got this well in hand. I'll stay put.
All right, round to Minerva. Free at last, Minerva, from the clutches of the vampire
Thank
spawn.
goodness.
You kind of glance about with your passive. Even with the 11, you're able to see the puff of dust of that vampire that Das kind of tossed over there with his horns as Eldon
goodness.
finishes it off.
Okay. I move back. I'm so relieved. I'm like, oh, that was quite a chilly hand on my wrist there. Feeling a little cold. I think I need to shoot some fire, and I'm gonna shoot fire. Not that one. Fire, just a fireball. I mean a firebolt. Sorry. Cancel.
Whoa!
I was like looking at the wrong thing, so it was like. What? Where are you?
Didn't ask how big the room was. I said
Oh.
fireball.
Nope. Well, earlier I was gonna do a thunder wave. It's right there, and then a couple people went behind them. I'm like, oh well. So that missed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I really need to push them away because it doesn't really do anything, but I'll push it away just for the fun of it. Because what else am I going to do with my bonus action?
Attempting its strength save. They do not. It might be something with the Evernight Graveyard itself, just infusing them, preventing your psychic powers from moving them. All right, that brings us to Blink.
All right, I will. As I walk up, I'll quickly shout to Captain, "Sir, you dealt with your boss. You want to talk to this one?"
Devana just says, "Save me, Blink."
No, let's just kill it. I think they fools to have come upon us and trying to ambush us like this. Although, I guess we could always slay it and then it's undead. Devana, how does that work? Can you talk to it afterwards if it's I don't know.
All right. Anyway, we are in the middle of combat.
Funny.
We are in the middle of combat.
Talk to it.
So Blink, you're up.
Not even great weapon. I have not rolled above a 4 for an attack.
Oh my goodness. There you go.
That's all I got.
All right, Devana.
I am going to do something I never do, which is hit it with a weapon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I am going
this
to
is-
hit it with...
This is really
I'm gonna-
weird. Really hitting it with a weapon? Devana using a weapon? What's going on tonight?
I am going to use my inspiration to make sure I hopefully make sure I hit this
All
with
right.
my +1 mace.
That will hit.
And then in addition to the mace damage, I also get to add radiant damage with my
Mhm.
divine stirring.
Yep.
And that will finish that creature off. You can easily stake
Good
it.
move.
Anyone can easily step up to stake it after the turn is
I will
over.
stake it with the back of my mace. Use the back of my mace as a blunt stake.
There we go, taking you out of combat.
Need to buy a Monster
Nice.
Hunter kit.
There are some available back at the corpse market.
Ooh,
Ah.
should we go back?
Bummer. I want to go buy them. Buy some now.
I think we should go back and have a word or two with that. What's her name?
Thangora?
Whoever
Maybe.
sicked her kids on us.
Well, this may still be the way out.
So do we want to go back and have words, or do we want to just head on our way back to Neverwinter?
My hope is to not need to have words because I don't plan on staying here. I'd like to get into that dust crevice and get home. Or
Yeah,
not
exactly.
home, except, you know.
I imagine
Neverwinter
Eldon
home.
does too.
Yes.
That is totally up to you if you want to head back to the corpse market to speak with Sangora. If you want, you can go back to the corpse market without speaking with her and still, look about to see if you can find some Monster Hunter packs or anything like that. Or you can continue into the tomb in front of you. Totally up to you.
Devana's inclined to follow Captain Renly's lead and just head back to Neverwinter.
Yeah, I think that's our main goal, especially since we have an NPC with us that we're trying to protect. But if people want to go back to the market, I'm totally fine to do that.
Eldon, as
that's
you mentioned that you see Eldon's looking at the dust very quizzically, kind of studying it almost. And you see him kind of gather some of it up and put it into a small container as he puts it into his pack.
Devana will ask him why. She's standing right next to him, and seeing him do that as a fellow cleric, she's curious.
Just wanted to find out more information about it, just to study. Gain
Oh,
knowledge.
okay.
You do recall that Eldon is a rather well-known historian about the multiverse and planes and things of that nature, if you recall. You did have his journal for a while, and you actually gave his journal back to him.
Yeah, so Devana will just nod and say, "Oh yeah, studying it. I thought it might have some innate powers that you already knew.
I don't
But
know.
study is also good."
So what's next? He says, and kind of glances about, and as everyone's kind of looks towards Renly for guidance, he kind of looks towards Renly as well.
Whatever the captain says. And I turn to Blink and say, "Thank you for saving me, Blink."
I think you were the one who turned the thing to dust.
Yeah, but I couldn't have if you hadn't pummeled it down.
If you say so.
I do.
Love it.
Well, this is not a captaindership. This is, we're the eels. We can go forward. My thought is to go in there. Plus, Das. Did you see? I smited.
Yeah. Very well
give
done.
me,
You all
Give me
after me. So
two more rolls after that, Devana. There you go.
Yep, there we go. Maxed it out.
Nice.
Just burning out that Twilight Sanctuary so everybody can end with 16 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Nice. All right, team, ready? Let's go.
Wait. Hold on, sir. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. What was that, Blink?
I just Blink noticed that since we came here after Doss's sword and all, I still look like me, and assassins can be everywhere. You know that, sir. Even behind that door. So he looks back around to the whole group, gives kind of a sad shrug to Devana,
Oh no!
concentrates on his hat of disguise, and this time his 6'5" frame turns more into a minotaur than into the captain.
Oh no!
Love it.
Ew. I mean,
it does.
That one's gotta hurt.
Oh,
Which of us is the best now? It's so hard to tell.
I'm ready now, sir.
I just do the like looking around like somebody else thinks this is wrong and terrible, right? But
I reach over and just pat Blink on the shoulder and I say, "We missed you, Blink. I'm not sure that copying DOS is going to protect Captain Renly."
Onward, we all have our place.
And on
She
that
nods,
note, and on
just
that
gives
note,
him a comforting rub on the back, little pat.
and on that awesome note, we do have an ad break coming up here in just about 30 seconds or so. So we're going to take a small little break here. Go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, refresh your beverages, and we will see you on the other side of the ad break. So stick around. We'll be back in a few. That was noted in chat. Someone had mentioned that too. I think it was you, Dos, that mentioned that everyone characters are so into themselves that they forget the the NPC they're escorting save. I mean, it was 2 weeks ago that we played last as well. So
It's like stuff we encountered. I mean, come on.
also note if you've noticed in the Discord channel. And we do have a stream, or channel, I should say, a text channel in the general channel. It's called the Gangs All Eels stream chat. And usually the day of, or the day before the day of the streams, Sirius, aka Agnoth, does post a recap kind of from his perspective, like a journal entry in there, if you want to catch up on what happened in the previous episodes and such like that. Tonight is episode 9. And I'm not even sure if we've even discussed an end time for this. Since we're doing it homebrew, we've got a lot of extra stuff here and there. It took us, 3 or 4 sessions before we actually even got into the actual adventure itself with all of that fun there. All right, does anyone have any questions or clarifications before we get down into the tomb? Beyond the door, there was a set of stairs heading down. You did note, again, the roof supported by stone pillars extends from the tomb into that weedy yard of uneven earth. You do note that the inside of that, the stone door that was engraved with the word Dolendar, there was a set of stairs that led down into this, what appears to be a hallway. So any questions or clarifications before I describe this room for you?
I would say DOS would probably be out in front, not in back.
Right, yeah, our order's a little.
Yeah, go ahead and arrange your characters within those, from the stairs to like the line where the blinks are. And really, do you want to be back a little bit?
Do you want to switch places with me, Captain Renly?
As you say that, he's just muttering like, I mean, it's just an aesthetic choice, like the clothing and the hair. Okay, I guess.
I don't know. I think like the imagery there of DOS with one blink and then Renly with the other, the blink, and just, there was like a...
What I need to do is get some extra tokens for Blink and make his character a multi-sided token. That way he can appear as Renly or DOS or anyone else in the group.
Love it.
Yep.
I'm riding this attunement slot out to 20.
So
do we call it DAS and DAS or double DAS?
Double DAS.
Yeah.
Nice. So entering into the hall, you see upright slabs are set into the walls of this large burial chamber. Each slab is carved with a facade, faded likeness of a different robed human above indecipherable writing. You do note, with some of you do have massive passive perceptions, especially Devana with a 24. You do note that this slab down here seems to have some sort of parchment attached to it.
I point that out particularly to Minerva and Agnoth, of something of interest. Shall we go down and check it out?
Well, I have.
It has to be here.
Real quick, I did want to ask, because I keep forgetting to ask this, because I'm actually running an NPC Twilight Cleric on Sunday evenings for the group, and I keep forgetting to use it. So I wanted to ask you, Devana, do you want to use your extra ability to give someone advantage on their next initiative?
I've been selfishly taking that for myself.
Fair enough. No worries. No worries.
I will reach out and tap Blink with that.
I actually have a weapon of warning, so I already have advantage, and I should not have been surprised, but it was my fault for not bringing that up.
My bad too. I forgot all about that.
There was this one.
Norse, thank you very much for the sub. Very much appreciated.
In which case, I will give Minerva my vigilant blessing as she is near me.
Okay.
Oh, an initiative? Okay.
And did anyone need Devana's dark vision? Or is everybody sufficient with their own dark vision?
Is it Agnoth? Come look with me.
I think this whole team has dark vision.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've got goggles, and I think I was the only one without it.
Yeah, it has the goggles.
Yeah, I think so.
As you get up there, again, as you're passing by the other ones, you can see that most likely lesser known Dolendars are kind of interred here. Probably most likely having sarcophagi behind these slabs on the wall. But as you get up there, you note that the note on there says, Numi's room. Written in common.
Numi, N-U-M-I? Numi's Numai.
Devana doesn't like that one bit and says, Elderon, please keep up with the group. Don't dawdle.
Eldon.
I
look-
It's Eldon, man.
Anything we can.
It's Eldon.
Anything we can.
Dawdle. Fellow cleric, stay with us.
Anything we can do to notice the area of one of these dusk crevices? Is there a feeling, a smell, the light changes or something when we're close to one?
Not
Well,
really
I-
in here. The tomb itself is completely dark, other than your dark vision, unless you have any light. Eldon does have dark vision as well. You can see that the door to the north of you, Das, and to the south are very, very heavy stone doors, very old durable stone. The whole construct around you, all the construction of this hall is definitely old durable stone. The doors themselves are very heavy stone. That definitely seem to be push or pull. They have like a small little like a rope going through the door with a rock on the end of it that can easily be pulled or pushed in the different directions. And the ceiling here is about 10 feet above you, but there is no lighting or anything of that nature. No indication of where this dust crevasse might be.
Well, Minerva will say, well, I have one charge on each of my wands, one left. I have magic detection, and I have my wand of secrets for secret doors.
Excuse me. You see a ghost kind of step through the door
Well.
and then notices you all here. So, apologies. Visitors. Oh, I'm so glad that I've kept the place nice and tidy.
You wouldn't happen to be Numi by any chance, would you?
I am. How would you know?
Oh, well, there seemed to be a sign right here that said Numi's room.
She kind of glances around and says, oh, it's been so long since we've had visitors here. I've completely forgot that I put that there.
Is there no is that an empty space? Is there no sculpture or anything in that particular pocket?
There's a slab there. She just stepped through it.
Okay.
Well, nice.
Oh, you
nice
mean on the
to-
lighting level? Because you can see through them?
Yeah, it's like this looks empty and all the other ones don't.
Yes. So, what are you doing here? You've come to pay your respects to the Dolendals family. Very surprising. I didn't think anyone cared to even pay them any mind anymore, let alone respect.
Well, I suppose you've got us there. We're really here to look for a rift of some kind. But it ended up in your place, or so we're told, and that's what brings us here.
I'm not really sure much about the rest of the crypt. The Dolendals hired me and paid me several lifetimes of wages up front to keep their tomb here in the front clean. And shortly after the tomb was built, more years ago than I can remember. But of course, when I died, I returned as a ghost to continue my duties for as long as I was contracted. You look at her, and she has she's maybe barely 5 foot tall. She has frizzy blue hair and pale skin, kind of shot through with blue veins here and there. I really don't know about any rift or crevice of dusk-ish, or whatever you call it, but I do remember that there were some puzzle buttons deeper in the tomb. Maybe they
Puzzles?
lead somewhere special?
That
Well,
could be.
Possibly. Ever met
Puzzles
anybody
have a
that's
tendency.
says they're not from here, maybe not familiar with Evernight?
Of recent, not at all. Not even since the tomb was built. Once the Dolendars were entombed here, it's never been really anyone else.
Well, puzzle buttons seem to be the best lead so far.
They definitely were. That family was all very lonely, and there weren't many of them. I do know that they didn't like Evernight for some reason, but they couldn't leave. For whatever reason, I don't know. They didn't tell me when they hired me. I'd be careful, though, you. She motions to Das.
Oh? Why is that?
I don't go through those. Oops, Das
Whoa.
kind of went through. Let me go through and turn on.
She
the
does sometimes go
movement.
through walls, though.
Let me turn on the light
go to
restrictive
the wall.
barrier. There we go. The light restricting barriers weren't on for some reason. She goes, I don't go through those doors at the end of the hall anymore. The door and dolls buried down there aren't resting right.
Oh, well then how do we get to the puzzle room?
Through those doors.
Oh, so we have to pass the people, those that aren't resting,
Again,
right?
I'm not really sure. I haven't been that way in years. I really don't remember what's there. I just remember seeing some puzzle buttons deeper into the tomb.
Well, you're gonna have to come with us.
No, I don't.
Well, I mean, like we just popped 4 or 5 creature things upstairs. They turned into dust. Your job is to clean up the dust. So yeah, you do.
Well,
Maybe
I didn't
would you
want
please
to.
come with
I
us?
don't take very kindly to being ordered what to do, and you're not my employer, she says. And she kind of pops, back into the, immediately pops back into the wall.
Well, I think we got all we could out of her.
Oh,
right.
seems she doesn't take kindly to big minotaurs ordering her around.
Funny that.
I wouldn't know how that feels, sir.
Oh!
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
All right.
Knowing that this is a seeming a fairly safe spot, Devon will look to Captain Renly and say, "Could you benefit from a short rest? Could any of us benefit from a short rest here?"
I've used
I had Blink carry me on the way here. I'm already rested.
Yeah.
I'm good to go. But does anybody else need anything?
Not from a short rest. I can't get anything. I've already used my blood well vial in a short rest. So, yeah.
I get Twilight Sanctuary back, but I have 2 more to spend before it matters, so I'm pretty good.
So what I was thinking, like, if there's something down there, didn't we get something that we could out of game? We have something called Vecna's Link, where we can become invisible for a bit. I don't know if we
You should have the link in your journals.
Isn't it see
I think you
invisibility?
can see invisibility.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, see. Oh, okay, I missed a word. As I was reading it, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. That, I was looking at it wrong. Okay. I was just seeing what we had. Anything that I don't have to spend a spell slot for.
If we all have it too, we could take it in turn. So at least like one of us is the invisible stuff, right? So but so correct me if I'm wrong. I've been distracted by this inter-party turmoil. The puzzle, she's not sure where the puzzle pieces are, but it's definitely through one of the doors.
She says it's deeper into,
so we don't know if to go north or south.
Correct. She said it was deeper into the tomb. She doesn't remember exactly.
Okay.
The reason being is because the dead aren't resting right, she said. And she's afraid to go in there. She hasn't been there for a number of years. She can't even count how long it's been. But she did disappear into the wall.
She said that about both doors, the south and north?
Yes.
Okay.
I suppose we'll just have to get them a better bed.
Well, anybody feeling particular about north or south? Das, you were looking at that north one pretty closely first.
Sure.
Do
Well,
we want to ask Numi really nicely if she'd come with us? Does that seem
I
a
tried
benefit?
to.
I don't think she's.
You hear echoing muffled through the wall. No, I'm not going.
Yeah, I did.
I think even if
Numi.
you asked nicely, she didn't want to.
Blink
We
is in
pay a
full
fair
6'5", 265-pound toddler acting out because he's hurt mode. So he picks some of the rations out of his bag and just looks at the wall where Numi is and just starts smearing it on the ground.
No.
Oh,
Hey.
you see this slab kind of
Hey.
slide to the side right here, and you see her look angrily at you as she picks up a old decrepit broom and has like a little a duster with her as well, with a bunch of rough straw and such that got on there, and just says, "I don't think I like you here anymore."
Blink.
Lane, that is incredibly impolite. I know you're being a gloomy Gus, but there's no reason to take it out on a stranger. Come on, get your ass in gear. We have things to do.
Here, how about Blink?
That's
how
an
about
order.
How about you be the one to open the door to the south for us and destroy whatever comes through?
I was just trying to get her to come with us, sir.
I don't know if that would be the way.
Not with rudeness.
She hrumps and says, "Well,
Disappointed.
if there is dust outside, I need to take care of that, and I'll take care of that mess." And she actually gestures
He
to
wasn't lying. That is
Blink.
true.
She actually gestures to Blink and not the mess on the ground. "I'll take care of that mess later." And she heads to the stairs.
As she departs, I will leave 2 gold pieces on her doorstep. Just a gesture of offering.
Okay.
Hopefully that calms her down a
Prestidigitation.
bit.
Prestidigitation. There you go. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
to get her
yeah.
nice and calm. We don't need her mad at us.
Yeah, don't need her bringing any friends. Blink, why don't you open the door to the south for us? I'll let you do it this time.
As
Okay.
Blink walks past me, I will
Guidance.
cast my last second
Oh,
level
okay.
spell to put warding bond on him.
Okay.
I was told to open, not to investigate, not to look for anything, so boom.
Yes.
As you look through Blink, you see that there are a number of pedestals down there. They all seem to bear some sort of treasure on them.
There's some stuff down here, sir, and sir.
Let's go.
Treasure, huh?
6 in total, as a matter of fact, pedestals.
As Agnoth gets down there, Blink quick swaps places with his echo,
Okay.
and hopefully without everyone notice, he starts cleaning up the mess he made.
It's actually gone.
Oh, it's too late to make amends.
So there's
Devana
No,
will
because
wait
Captain
to go
Renly, I
down.
think, prestidigitation did.
Devana will
Yeah.
wait to go down, gesture to our cleric friend whose name she will never remember, and just say, "Don't dawdle, come on."
these
We'll
are
see.
objects on pedestals.
Yes, and you note that engravings encircling the base of each pedestal read, "What good are treasures when home is denied?" The question mark.
So what are these treasures? Because this looks like a display case to Minerva.
The first one seems to have a number of, perhaps maybe even thousands of gold stacked neatly in piles.
Okay. It just looks like regular gold.
I mean, we're all getting that we shouldn't just touch stuff yet, right?
Not touching.
That's probably a good rule of thumb.
You do note that one of them does seem to have a very intricately crafted golden helmet.
So Minerva is using her last charge of her wand of detection.
Okay. You do know that one of them does appear to be some sort of globe that is glowing. And it seems to be resting on some sort of parchment, like a rather large parchment. And another piece is glowing that seems to be some sort of necklace that you, without picking it up, you can actually read the inscription that it bears. It says, "My breath is yours, Kaveta. Take it."
Is it possible to read the parchment without touching the orb?
Yeah, you can take a look at it. It does seem to be some sort of map.
Agnoth, we can touch with our other 4 fingers.
So
That is true.
Is this
Really did say the rule of thumb.
Yeah, see, the disembodied voice gets me.
these are glowing with magic?
The
So
two,
can I-
yes, the globe seems to be glowing with magic, as does the necklace.
What kind of magic? Since it's detect magic,
We could figure this
all those
out.
holes.
While we were looking around, Devana will just casually saunter by Agnoth, tap him on the leg with her tail, and cast Death Ward.
Okay.
She just has a premonition and wants that on Agnoth for some reason.
Fair enough. The globe seems to be glowing with evocation magic.
Okay.
And the necklace seems to be glowing with enchantment.
It says, "My breath is yours." I looked at the I'm like, can we go any deeper these? I have a feeling I know what this globe is. I
Go
feel
ahead
like I've
and-
seen it before.
Go ahead and give me a simple Arcana check.
All right.
I think one of your group members might actually have one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't even use my.
You can easily determine, however, I mean, Agnoth, even with this passive, you can determine that it is definitely a glyph, especially since you're examining the map, it's definitely a drift globe, yes. And looking at the map, you can see it has really interesting names of towns. Give me an Arcana check as well.
Agnoth, right?
Yes, Agnoth. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
And you, at the same time, Eldon's kind of glancing over your shoulder, and you both say at the same time, "Oh, that's the map of the gate towns of the Outlands."
Whoa.
Very interesting. You also note that on the 6th, there's the one with gold, the one with the helmet, the one with the drift globe, the one with the necklace. Another one has a book on it, and then the other one has what appears to be a snow globe on it.
We know that
we
they
want
studied
any of
planar
these?
gates.
Say that again, Agnoth?
Yes, please.
That we knew that they were studying planar gates, and this sort of the Outlands indicates a sort of interest in that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Are
my
we
goodness.
interested in any of these items, or do we think they're cursed? I could remove a curse on at least 1 or 2 items if we want.
As you're mentioning that to your companions, Eldon says, "Oh, my," and picks up the book.
Oh no! Oh no!
What's the book?
Drop it! Drop it! NPC, drop it!
And nothing happens. And he starts turning it over and says, "I've never seen this book before." And he kind of shows you the title. It says, "Out of the Endless Prison." And he says,
Endless-
"Oh my goodness! I will gladly give you coin for this when we return to if." And he kind of looks shocked for a moment. "If we return to Neverwinter?" It seems, and he kind of starts flipping through the book a little bit and says, "It seems to outline methods of escaping the prison plane of Carcery."
Oh. Well, maybe that could come in handy. I don't know.
He kind of looks at you with like eyes wide shocked and goes, "Why would you say something like that?"
In case you ever caught there. I don't know.
I mean, rather have it not need it than need it not have it, am I right?
I mean, Minerva is a collector, so she wants to collect all these things. I'm sure. Like, I think we should take these with us.
Yeah, Minerva, you
Wait.
detected and you saw some magic, but no magical traps or curses or anything.
No, and that necklace, it's enchantment. So, I mean, there could, I'm sure, if we spend some time later, we could kind of find out
Agnoth
more.
does have Identify and can ritually cast it.
I mean, if we want to hang out, if Agnoth wants to figure out what it is.
Wait. Minerva.
Yes.
If Agnoth is finding some things about Gate, shouldn't we get him to, find us a way home to our daughter here?
Yes.
Remember, she's at school.
I know.
We should go to a prison planet.
We don't want to go to a prison planet.
Okay, so let's get back home. Agnoth, go ahead, start up the bus.
Well, we have our other selves probably taking care of her, so.
Right. We have our mirror selves back home, handling that. That's why I know my family's not too worried about me.
What?
No more than they usually are.
Eldon says at the mention of that. What? What do you mean?
Yeah. What?
What?
Yeah,
It-
complicated.
He looks
About
just
Different things.
he looks just as confused as Blink right now.
It's just how we got here. It's a story.
We are a very complicated group.
Mhm. We've been many-
Other selves, sometimes people call them better halves or spouses, just that
Right.
there are people at home to be taking care of our, financials, logistics, things like that. Anyway, that seems to be a trivial point while in the middle of some crypt and worrying about potentially ghosties and finding a dust crevice and things like that.
Give me
It
seems as-
give me a persuasion check at disadvantage, please, Renly.
But
I will snap out with my. Oh, never mind. It's not a natural one.
still a 10.
He says, "You're telling me you're soulbound? You're soul bonds?"
Oh,
Mm. Oh, well, if you know what that is, yes, that's what we are.
And he kind of
Sorry
looks
for
at-
the
he looks at you-
skullduggery. It's just not everybody knows.
He kind of looks at you, Devon, as you say that, and kind of, "May I?" And he kind of reaches out to perhaps maybe put his hand on your shoulder.
Yeah, she nods. She'll allow it.
He kind of reaches out and touches your shoulders, like, "I've heard of soul bonds, but I've never. I just heard that they were a myth or legend. Must be destined for something very important. Besides, of course, getting me back to Neverwinter." He chuckles nervously.
Right.
Since he does know what soulbound is, Devana feels a little bolder. We seem to have something to do with Vecna, and you seem to know a lot about Vecna.
I don't know much about Vecna. I don't know really anyone who does. I've heard the name, of course. I mean, I studied the planes. But I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I knew any Vecnan historians.
Well, you were captured by Vecna's cult for a reason.
Assumed it was because they wanted to sacrifice me. I wasn't even sure what the ritual was that they were using. Das. Well, only one thing to do now that he knows we're soul bonds.
No witnesses.
oh, I forgot. I wanted to look what was depicted in the snow globe too.
As you're looking at the snow globe, you see that the snow globe itself contains a miniature replica of the city of Neverwinter. It's worth about 350 gold pieces.
Well, that's the place where I want to go.
Maybe stuff.
Maybe if we hold on to this, it'll take us there.
Yeah, can we maybe... I mean, he picked up the book, so it's not like a Indiana Jones, like, gotta replace it on a pedestal or, a rock starts rolling or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, it doesn't seem like this room is much of a puzzle, but maybe this holds the puzzle pieces? Maybe we gather them with us and venture onward?
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
the only clue
Oh.
that would be in here would be at the base of each of the pedestals. It says, "What good are treasures when home is denied?"
Right.
And you do
Maybe
recall that
when
they
he took
couldn't
it
make
off, there's a
bad.
button on top of the pedestal.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe when he took it off, there's a button where the book used to be.
Is there a button?
There's not.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Mitch, about like the statement, which we recall?
What good are treasures when home is denied? You knew this family was trying to get back to Neverwinter all their time here in Evernight, and
Right.
you know, being lonely and homesick and such like that does not seem like there was any sort of just kind of a display for their treasures, because they basically held no value for them anymore,
Right.
since they couldn't, you know, be home.
Yeah, I'm definitely using
We're
my mage hand to shove everything in my bag of holding, unless somebody stops me.
Okay, well, somebody.
we're a bit
Just real
Hey.
quick. Hold on, real quick. Whoever is recording treasure, jot down that and gold. There's 2,200 gold pieces that were neatly stacked. The golden helmet is worth 280 gold pieces. The snow globe is worth 350 gold. The book, Out of the Endless Prison, Eldon says that he will give you 500 gold for the book once returned to Neverwinter. And then you have the drift globe. The map of the gate
280.
towns of the Outlands are not of value.
Devana will say, I think we should only take what we need. We're not Tomb Raiders. We should leave the dead with their valuables. But, I mean, if we need it, we should take it.
We need it. Says
She
Minerva
didn't
sternly.
argue with
By the
need it.
way-
She was just...
This
Yeah.
conversation is going to take about 11, 12 minutes. Agnoth, if you wanted to ritually cast Identify on the necklace.
Fair enough.
It is a necklace of adaptation.
Oh, cool.
that first amount, the big pile of gold. That's 2,200. You said.
Yes.
Devana will
Got it.
give you a really kind of side-eyed, dirty look when you take the gold, but she won't say anything to protest, but she will give a dirty look.
I don't need it. And those undead definitely don't need it either.
She is neutral good, not lawful good, so she won't stop anybody.
Yeah.
I think Minerva's just pure neutral.
Norse record says to ask for more than 500 for the book from Eldon.
Yeah, true. Just neutral. Neutral.
So you have a drift globe and you have a necklace of adaptation. The map of the gate towns of the Outlands is actually carved into. My apologies, I misread that. It's actually carved into the drift globe.
Oh,
Uh,
neat.
Devana will protest at us taking the drift globe. We have one. We never use it. Let's at least leave them some treasure.
But there's a map carved on it.
On the drift globe?
Yes, that's why
I
that's why I said I misspoke. It's actually a map of the gate towns of the Outlands are carved on the drift
Oh,
globe.
okay. Then I would not have protested knowing we need the map. Clearly we need the map.
Or just a good thing to put in the shop.
If we have
If nothing
to
else.
go to the Outlands, but you never know.
True.
Never know where
I
we might
didn't
end up.
check to make sure I wasn't lawful good. I am just neutral good. So I'm only giving dirty looks. I'm not stopping this.
I mean, are we supposed to leave something in return? Is that what you mean?
Oh, when Blink says that, Devana will reach into her pouch and leave 5 gold on each of the pedestals.
Okay, that'll be a total of 30 gold.
Okay.
And I'm assuming Renly doesn't pick that up.
Sorry, I was just typing all that loot and stuff in my notes. My passive perception is terrible, and my feelings. The hot boy rating of this party went down significantly, and I'm pretty upset about it. So,
Now that you have
Because there's less
two
of
big
you.
minotaurs in the group now.
I'd like to
Not
point
only
out
is there
that
one less Renly, but there's one more Minotaur. So I mean,
and
come
that
on.
Minotaur has quite high charisma. I would like to point out.
And
That is
I'd
true.
like to point out that Minotaurs are, as not the Brave says, they're kind of hot. So
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Devon and Minerva might disagree with the hot boy rating.
right.
No, I probably don't pick up on that. And sorry, I was typing that, but we're a little cramped in here. Is that a door to the north of Agnoth, or are we like locked in here?
No, the door that leads out up to the hall still, and then Dawson Agnoth, there's a hallways with another set of stairs leading up. As these stairs led down, the other stairs lead up to another door beyond it. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So sorry. No, Renly does not pick up on that. He's like thinking of the treasure and calculating all of that and fancy necklaces. He's got a fancy necklace himself. So, no.
Oh no, he was just asking if you Agnoth was wondering if you had picked up the 5 gold that Devana had left on each pedestal. Because someone had mentioned leaving something in return.
Devana is going to be leaving the chamber last because she's watching our NPC whose name now I cannot remember. And I have high passive perception.
His name is Elden Keyword, not Elden Ring. There we go.
Elden.
Not
She
Elden
would not
John.
leave before Elden leaves. So she's probably leaving the room last. And with her high passive, she's giving Renly major stink eye if he reaches for her goal.
Unfortunately, Norse record, that does sound like a great idea, but I do not believe there's anyone in the party that can beat Devana's passive perception with a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, my passive is 24.
Well, maybe
I just look at
24,
Devana and go. I just look at Devana and go. I wasn't gonna.
Okay. After you.
Everyone's
After you.
on my. And I'll move forward.
Oh, no, I wasn't doing anything, Elden says.
After everyone.
Do you want me to carry Elrond out?
Elrond.
It's not L. Ron Hubbard either.
Nor Elrond the Half-Elven.
It wasn't. It is now though.
It is now though. But yes, that door again, Das, very same as the rest of the doors. A heavy, thick stone door.
All right, well, let's move it open.
All right. Should be able to click on it to open the door.
Oh, sorry, I think I'm sort of underneath it, on top of it. 1 second. There we go.
Inside, you do note a very plain, empty room. There's a door to the north, and then on the eastern wall, where this otherwise empty room there's a door that bears the inscription Doladar.
Oh, that's the name. Doladar.
Yes, Doladar. You note that each one of the letters of the door, Dolandar, each seems to be set into the wall on a separate tile. Beneath Dolandar, it says, "No world to return."
All right. It is very crowded in here, folks. We are going to have a very hard time all fitting in here. I will actually, in fact, move back to let someone else who can do that sort of arcane thing you guys do take a look.
Above board, Mitch, do you want to give me rights to move our NPC, and I'll just keep him with us so you don't have to be bothered?
Sure.
I'm worried about him doing the mother hen thing.
Oh, I'm just not moving because I have so many other things going on.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd take that off your plate and just keep him with the party.
Sure.
If you can name him.
Yeah.
I cannot, and I will keep him with the party.
Actually, I will put it in Devana's journal. That way Devana can remember his name.
Excellent.
There we go.
If you want, Devonna, I can put him in the bag. It seems like our party doesn't have a problem with that.
Oh, wait.
they're
Right.
sleeping.
Wait.
Leaving.
You,
Hold on
Blink,
1 second.
you fell asleep, and if that rod hadn't been left outside of your person, I could have sworn it might have been lodged someplace while you were in that bag. Now we've got work
Ooh!
to do. Stop focusing on it.
Oh my!
Woohoo!
Devana will whisper to Blink, I made sure your heart was beating, but you were not bleeding. You were not breathing. I felt like you were safe.
Okay.
And I'll pat him on the back again.
But as you step into that maneuver, you can see that it does say Dolindar, all in capital letters. Beneath it, it says "No world to return." And each one of the letters seems to be on its own individual tile,
Like that can be pressed in or moved around.
pressed.
Pressed. Oh, world.
That's clearly for smart people. Blink leaves the room too.
Devana will squeeze forward
Uh-huh.
and say, Minerva or Agnoth, which one of you would like guidance to figure this out?
Well, Agnoth, the character, is way smarter than Minerva.
I will
I
whip
just
out my
happen to
tail.
love. So that's just like.
I will whip out my tail and cast guidance on Agnoth, and then also back out of the room.
Okay.
Right.
Move forward, move back. Where do you want me? Eldon says.
Well, do you have any clue what this means?
Obviously,
if you're
this
smart
seems
and
to
you want to
be
help
the-
them figure it out,
this does seem to be the puzzle buttons that the ghost knew me was speaking of, but I don't have any knowledge of puzzles. I have knowledge of the multiverse and the different planes of existence.
I keep looking at anagrams, but I don't see anything for that. So,
Yeah, I'm
there is.
concentrating on the letters.
yeah.
It feels like a cryptic crossword clue, but I'm not quite seeing it.
Like the no
You said the-
world to return.
Mitch, you said that the are the letters like raised or indented? Are there like
They're raised.
like
They're raised. They're all raised tiles.
okay?
And then it said-
Each one of them seems to have like you know how like a mahjong tile sometimes has decorations and such, perhaps beneath the mosaic and things of that nature. Each one of these tiles, the word Dolindar has the same mosaic decoration. The word no has the same a different decoration of its own. The word world has a different decoration of its own. The word two has a different decoration of its own, and the word return has a different decoration of its own.
Do those decorations match anything that we can see?
They do not. I can tell you this: you have been given the clue multiple times, last session and this session.
Okay. Last
So what do we-
notes.
What did Numi say? Or the inscription below the necklace, Kaveta. That doesn't seem to be because there's no K, right?
Correct.
She said they wanted to get home. She said they were a relatively small family. She said they were lonely.
That she did.
They're lonely. Home is denied. There was something else that they said about them.
Denied. Do we have enough for denied?
You are on the right track, though. So there is one letter from each word that does seem to spell out some word.
Okay.
You just
so
basically have to determine what that word is.
Okay. So one letter from each of From
So it's a
from the
five-letter
no world
word.
to, it's a 5-letter word. Is that what we're saying?
Because if Dolander is included in that, right? That's Dolander, no
Correct.
world of returns.
Okay.
Correct.
Can I
Alright.
reveal vowels, please?
Is that a second level? Like Find Traps?
That's 6 letters. That's not the right word.
I will allow everyone to give me an insight check or investigation check if you'd like.
How
We
about
have advantage on insight.
How about alone?
Ooh, yeah.
And
Devana rolls a natural 20 on her insight.
That actually does seem to perhaps maybe be a word, but it doesn't seem that if...
it doesn't work.
No, it does seem that it might work, but that would mean that you would have to press different words in order to do that. You have to figure out which words you would be able to get that spelling from. So go ahead and map that out, Minerva, how you would do that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So that would be that letter. Could be. That's the E. So it would be Dolandar, world, to no return.
What I got.
So what
Right?
what do you wish to do? How do you wish to put that in?
I will use my mage hand to press those tiles and that. The letters on the top. So I don't know if each letter is an individual tile.
They are.
I would, I'd press the letters. I'd press the A in Dolandar.
Okay.
Second to last. What did I say? A, L, the L in world,
Okay.
the O in 2, the N in no, and the E in return.
As you do, they all sink into the door, and you hear a click.
Nice. Well, I don't hear crumbling or booms, so nice job, Minerva.
Well, I couldn't have done it without your help. Some people ask the right questions, you know.
Suppose so.
I think they've got it,
Right.
Eldon says to Blink and Devana.
Excellent. And we'll
Sorry.
squeeze on into the room.
Yeah. Where did the door open? It's like all I see are
Right.
are bars.
Oh, no,
There we
sorry.
go.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Das, Blink, would you like to go first?
Who opened the door? Okay, so as you enter into the room, Agnoth, on the far side of this room rests a stone coffin. Between the door and the coffin, the floor is studded with sharp metal blades.
Oh no.
Person-shaped figure with elongated arms lurks near the coffin.
Redley, you might need to talk to this person, this creature.
I mean, you could talk too.
Can everyone see the handout?
Yes.
Can see the handout,
Yes.
but Blink's back in the hallway to Devon. so it doesn't-
Devana's way back in the hallway.
Okay. All right.
Please go ahead and select your tokens and roll me initiative.
I'll go in here without protection.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
Hold tight. We're rolling an initiative.
And Minerva, you have advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Let me do that before I click the button. It makes it easier. Initiative.
Devani should be able to
style.
click on Eldon, and he should have some token actions at the top of your screen. Should have his initiative up there as well.
There we go. Okay. Whopping 15. Not that I know what I'm going to do.
All right, it's the first round. You hear the door open, perhaps maybe a gasp from Agnoth. And Blink, you are up first. I'll move you up one square. Go. A little bit, just send you in that square.
With what you know of Blink, would that gasp equate to me thinking I should get up to the front, or am I just comfy in the back with Ivana making sure the 5 gold pieces are still on the pedestal?
That would be a decision for you to make as Blink.
And I think we would have been like, oh my, as we walked through the door.
So yes, I will actually move Minerva up there so she can see as well.
Okay, I
All right.
saw it.
I won't take it as any sort of alarm sort of thing, so I won't do echo shenanigans to get up faster.
I'll tell you this.
Push my way past us.
We'll give you this. I'll give you this much. Your weapon of warning does go off. How's that?
Oh, all right, sure. In that case, I will push through difficult terrain because he's always difficult. He's been a pain the entire time he joined the group.
No, there's no. I remember we're using the new rule from 2024. Your companions don't count as difficult terrain.
All right. In that case, I'll go through to where Minerva is. These look to be all spikes here, right?
Yes, sharpened blades on the ground.
Oh, that's not good. But I can't end up where Minerva is, so I will stay right here. And I'll send the handsome-looking Blink, the one who doesn't look like a Minotaur, out as far as I can without a turn, which is to here. But I'm not going to attack because, that could just be a person with long-bladed arms who's doing their own thing.
How is he moving across the floor?
Echoes can fly and hover.
All right. So he's
They
flying
can be above
them?
the ground.
Okay.
Yep.
Fly above them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for Blink?
Nope, I am here. I guess I will ready an action to throw a hand axe if that thing takes aggressive action at any of my party members or my Echo.
Okay, Minerva.
Okay, so I'm taking the scene in. So the guy is just over the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems... She. And does she look threatening, scared?
Looks extremely threatening.
Extremely threatening. And we're not here to harm you. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this. But she's tired of messing around. I am going to cast... Can I do this when I cast a spell? Yes. I'm casting telekinesis. And
Okay.
I'm going to try and hold on to the creature and grab her and raise her up. So, and I don't know why it says it's 18. It should probably be 17. Just adding in something extra.
So 17, not an 18?
Yeah, it's 17.
Okay.
And so, so I'm going to cast it, concentrating, and just try it because I just want to say, I'm just trying to get you out of the way. If you tell us you won't harm us, I'll let you go. Kind of thing.
Okay, and what is this? Strength saving throw?
Yeah, it's a strength saving
throw.
Oh
no, so it's if you're wanting to move the creature, because you can you gain the ability to move and manipulate creatures' objects of thought. You can cast a spell as your action each round for the duration. The concentration is up to 10 minutes. You can exert your will on one creature or object that you can see within range, causing the appropriate effect below. You can affect the same target round after round or choose a new one. If you switch targets, the prior target is no longer affected by the spell. Creature. You can try to move a huge or smaller creature. So you would make a abilities check with your spellcasting ability of your charisma, a charisma check.
Right.
And
yeah,
then it would,
yeah,
and then it would make it a strength check. So that would be a contested check.
And then it would be restrained once it was in the group.
If you win the contest, you can move up 30 feet in any direction, including upwards, but not beyond the range of the spell until the end of your next turn. The creature is restrained. All right, so let's go ahead and make that check. But well, actually, hold off on the check. Okay, that's fine. 19's fine.
Okay.
We'll wait to see what the Cavetta rolls for her strength check after the ad break, because we do have an ad break coming up here in just a few short seconds. So go ahead, stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, refresher beverages, and we will come back on the other side of the ad break, and we will find out if the telekinesis does work on the Sorrowsworn. Back in a few. Stick around.
Yeah,
Oh,
good job.
So
You-
Hey,
done good.
They were complimenting your skills on the puzzle. Yes, normally Das is really, really good at puzzles, but he was holding
yes.
back because the player of Das is really good at puzzles, but the character of Das, as he posted in chat, could care two shits or something like that. I don't know. Das, however, could
Especially
not
now
be bothered.
that there's two of them.
Right.
Well,
There are two of them.
Yeah.
Well, Minerva knows that sometimes when you have to get into tombs and stuff, you have no codes.
True.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
so let's go ahead and attempt her strength check, which is against a 19. So she needs to roll a 19 or higher on her strength check to resist. She does not.
Nice.
So she is grappled and restrained by your telekinetic grip. What do
Yeah,
you,
which
you
is
just,
a-
you just hold her
which
in
of
place?
course- Which is, of course, like a giant. I mean, you can't really see it, right? It's invisible, but it's like a giant. She feels like she's being held by a giant tentacle, of course.
Tentacle.
Of course. And I'm gonna raise her up a little bit, and away from that coffin, just in case that might
Okay.
be
So where
the way out.
How far up in the air do you want to raise her? You can move her a total of 30 feet. So I'll let you move her vertically and then horizontally up to a total of 30 feet. Keep in mind the ceiling is only 10 foot in height.
Oh, see, it's only 10 feet high.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put her up towards the ceiling, and let's put her kind of up this way a little bit. Oops, that's the wrong. Why is that pinging? There it goes. Up that
Put
way.
her 5 feet in the air, and you want to put her over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all I'm doing. I'm like trying to see if there's a way, if there's a pattern of these like sharp things, or if it's just so scattered that.
That would have to take an action for that.
Okay. All right.
All right, Devana.
Devana will push forward a little bit. Excuse me, pardon me. And just take a look at our situation here.
You see that creature
I'll
that was in
take-
the handout over here?
Yep.
You see Minerva directly in front of you, concentrating on a telekinesis spell.
Oh, I would have
Free-
moved out of people's way down here.
Free
So,
action,
middle.
I will just say, what are we trying to do here? I just came around the corner. But honestly, I, as a non-player character, or as a real person, I know we haven't done anything yet. Is this dim light, or
Completely
is this
dark.
considered completely dark?
Yep.
Then I will do something I've not had a chance to do yet, and I will do Step of the Night as a bonus action.
That gives you a flying
and I
speed
have-
equal to your regular speed, right? For a minute, I believe.
Exactly. Yes.
Go check out that coffin.
Yeah, and I will go ahead and take a dash act for my action, and move on up here.
Okay.
With my passive perception, do I notice anything?
Yes, you do note that there is a lever behind the coffin set into the wall.
I have action, bonus action, and I feel like that's all my movement, so I don't feel like I can pull it.
Correct.
Unless you tell me I can. Okay.
It would be an action to pull it, yes.
Okay. Yeah, dash would have been my action.
Mm-hmm.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can actually get over to here, and I'll call that my turn. But I
Alright.
will tell the group, there's a lever back here. And
Agnoth.
that's it.
Agnoth is considering ways to get over there, and he really doesn't have anything. So, he's just going to clear our little ledge or whatever it is a little bit first. Head up that way. Probably just ready pull out his crossbow and ready a shot for the Sorrow Sworn if they break free of the telekinesis.
All right. So your ready to action is to attack it if it breaks the telekinesis.
Yes.
With what?
A light crossbow.
Light crossbow. All right, Renly.
I'm a warlock, 10th level. I only know one way to cast, and that's at 5th level. Eldon, Das, and myself are going to start flying, and I'm going to zoom over here and say, "Hey, Devana. Oh, hey, a lever. Eldon, want to pull a lever?"
How does Blink about DOS being taken?
We'll find out after the battle's over. I can if you direct me, he says.
And then I'll say I like gesture like, "Come on, right here," because if
All
he
right.
can see through the door, he can
What's
see.
our
Sure.
fly speed?
60, I believe.
10 minutes and 60.
So that's you,
25,
Das, and
30.
Eldon, correct?
40, 45, 50. He
Yeah, me,
can
Das,
get that.
Eldon.
Okay. Eldon can pull the lever. Doing so. You ready for what happens?
Yes.
Minute.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
The blades in the floor retract.
Oh, nice.
And you can she screams out in fury.
Did she use words at all?
No.
Okay.
Well, the floor is probably dirty, so it's good we're still flying.
So that's the end of the turn for Eldon. Kaveta is up. Perfect. But she is still restrained. Now, on her turn...
That's what I was trying to see.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at as well. I don't think she can do anything. She has to, on your turn... Yeah, I think on your turn you have to exert it again, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But she is still restrained. It means her attack rolls are at disadvantage. The first thing she is going to do is she is going to, you see her arm she kind of lifts it up in the telekinetic embrace that you have, and it starts to extend extremely long and just like
Oh no.
elongate out as like almost like a sharp harpoon, striking first out at Minerva.
Of course.
At disadvantage because she is restrained.
Ooh.
Thank goodness.
Natural one will miss. Her second turn. She does not have anything else. Das, you are up.
All right. An enormous Minotaur bashes through the door and flies through the air. 1, 2. Where on earth is she? All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. And
She's only 5
Just-
feet in the air, so she's still within your reach.
Mhm.
If you think about
excellent.
like the 3D cube around.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. We are going to first use my DM inspiration on the first longsword attack on her. Or actually, wait. If she's restrained,
It's advantage. It's advantage.
all right. So never mind. I will not use DM inspiration then.
You should have your conditions handout in your journals.
Yes.
So if you have any questions about the old conditions, since we're still using the 2014 rules, you can always click on restrained.
I will paste that into chat just so we all have it. Restrained creature speed is 0. Attack rolls against them have advantage. All right. So 19 to hit.
19 is going to hit.
All right then. So damage wise, we've got 10 from the base, and I will apply my last spell slot, a 3rd level smite. So that will be. Is she a fiend or undead? I don't believe
she
so.
is
But
not.
all right, so it's just classic 48 then. 17 additional damage.
So you note that she is resistant to the first amount of damage from your 10.
Okay. And then I will
She is
use...
not resistant to the radiant.
All right, there. Good to note. And then I will do my second attack. I will second attack. And so let's see, longsword at advantage. 18 for 16 slashing.
All right.
Whatever.
That would be 8.
And that will be turn.
All right. Top of the round, Blink.
Okay, before I go, I think Agnoth and I both had held actions for if the thing took a hostile. So.
Oh yeah. My apologies. Agnoth, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and do yours first, Blink. We'll have Agnoth roll his attack.
It's
yeah.
Minerva, our trick trap expert who figured it out. So yes, I have a disadvantage hand axe, which is probably nothing. Oh, a 24. That's better than I've done for anything else.
Double hit.
The damage doesn't work. It's not magical, so I guess you can't even have that anyways.
All right.
Vecna inserted some gibberish after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and fire your shot, Agnoth, and then Blink can start his turn.
That one's a little bit fuzzy, although I think the whole thing about attacking across the room does meet the spirit of breaking out of telekinesis. That's still an advantage, right?
Yes.
Yes.
21 will hit.
Just as well.
All right, for 2 piercing.
Does it seem resistant to that?
Yes.
Good to know.
Blink, go ahead and start your turn then.
Okay, so the blades are gone, right?
Yes.
Okay, first I want to move my echo over there, and regardless whether the blades are gone, seeing Renly having cast fly, I'm going to turn around and trust fall over the edge.
It's not an edge, it's just the floor there.
Oh. Then I don't take any damage, I guess.
Correct.
But I can use 15 feet of my movement to swap places with my echo. And then I'm going to attempt to go to town.
All right. Critting.
Kind of went more to the city with that one.
It'll be 32, halved is 16. Does not, sir. 22 will hit.
I am to unleash incarnation because it doesn't get the most benefit now. I will not action surge. That's it.
All right, Minerva.
I'm going to use my action to keep it restrained.
Okay, is that another contested check?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Please,
charisma check
I'll
for
double-
me, please.
I double check. Yeah, it says you repeat the check, I think. Ooh, hopefully I did okay. I keep forgetting my inspiration, but I didn't need it.
She is still
Nice.
restrained. Nice. Any
Nice.
movement for Minerva?
Well, seeing that the blades are gone, yeah. 10, 20, 25, 30. Does it look like the door is through the coffin?
The coffin is closed.
Okay. So I already used my action.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, Devana.
Should I open the casket, I say to the team, or attack?
Okay, here's I do want to note something out. These, just so we can kind of get through these. With the rounds only being, basically 6 seconds, we really don't have the time for conversations and stuff. So I would ask, what would Devana think to do in this situation?
Devana will attack.
Okay.
And I was eyeing the fact that I have a Ring of the Ram that I never use.
Right.
So I will lash out with a Ring of the Ram.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Design lists would be so jealous right now. Ring of the Ram will hit. Don't forget you do have advantage on the attack. There you go.
Oh, well, we'll fish crit then. Nope, not a crit.
Okay, and that is force damage, correct?
Correct. Yes.
She takes all of it. Any movement for Devana?
Yes. I will move up over here. So next time I might have a better leverage on opening the casket if no one else does.
Okay. Agnoth.
And then it for me.
Okay, gonna stow the crossbow, head on up here, and again, bash.
Again with advantage. Okay, so we'll consider
Okay.
those your first 2 rolls for 12 damage. Okay, go ahead and roll
I'm
the
going
next
to
one.
just, yeah.
And then 8 damage, okay? As she takes all of the thunder damage.
I'm feeling like, wait, I moved, that might be close to, that was 25, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 25. I'm going to rotate around there to
Okay.
give a clear shot in case somebody wants to do something drastic.
All right, Renly.
I hover 6 inches above Minerva's head and pew.
You have
Nice.
advantage.
Nice.
Advantage, so that's a crit.
And that will kill the creature.
Poor
And
creature.
then I
Ten
very
combat.
coolly just down to the ground.
On
And
the bright
in
side,
your minds, you hear a voice.
Ooh.
Thank you.
she doesn't have to be
Oh.
lonely anymore.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm glad.
that's
oh,
always good.
That's good. She's relieved. I like the mercy killing.
Yeah, it was nice that you finished her off because this was going to be everyone at the start of her turn,
Yeah.
Ooh,
and then she
no.
wasn't going to have disadvantage on her attacks anymore. They were just going to be straight rolls.
Yikes! Glad we finished her off.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you can open the coffin that still bears her name, but inside is not her body. Instead, you see at the bottom a rolling swirl of silvery purple energy.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a crevice of dusk that should lead us to Neverwinter.
Should we
fantastic.
all hold hands and jump in?
We have everything, right? We don't need to go look. We're all good?
We're all good.
And I
Let's
still have
go.
telekinesis for at least 9 more minutes. So,
Right?
I say we all hold hands though and like create a chain.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you can, being a cleric and with Agnoth there, as well as having Eldon there, you do know that creatures or objects placed in her coffin with the lid closed, closing the lid would activate the crevice, so everyone would be able to jump in together. So I would probably say you could probably do 2 at a time.
Okay.
Hope it's a big coffin.
Well, Devana will reach out and reach out for Eldon's hand and say, well, let's jump together. Clerics first.
Okay, he says. And
In
you
we go.
both climb into the coffin and shutting the lid. When the 2 of you open it, or the rest of you open it here in Evernight, Devana and Eldon are no longer inside the coffin.
Ooh.
Don't die without your clerics. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I will tell you what happens after everyone else figures out what happens or makes their decisions of what they're doing. Next.
Go on, sir. One of you sirs. Anyways.
All right. Let's
Blink.
try that.
Yep.
I don't go anywhere without my right-hand man.
Blink looks and then takes his Echo's hand.
I'll jump in with us.
Yeah, we'll go.
All right,
Oh,
closing
God,
the
that's
lid.
On your head, so
Never,
be
let's-
it.
Closing the lid, I'm assuming with this mischievous sly smile on Doss's face. The
Yeah.
lid closes, and when the companions open it, Doss and Minerva are no longer inside the coffin.
Agnoth is going to go next.
Okay.
Just be like, get me away from this.
With Renly?
That's up to Renly.
Let's do it.
The same thing happens. Closing the lid. And Brinley and Agnoth disappear. Blink, you open the coffin and you see this swirling purplish black energy. So I'm sorry, silvery purple energy swirling at the bottom of the coffin.
All right. I'll pop the echo and go as always alone.
All right.
Oh.
All of you have stepped into a coffin of annihilation. Get ready to
No.
reroll. No, I'm just teasing. You appear in a dusty, nondescript tomb in Neverwinter's Pauper's graveyard. Let's go ahead and bring everyone back over to the Neverwinter map. Down here in the Paupers section of the graveyard. Let's move the party down there. As you come out of the tomb, it's fairly the name on the tomb is illegible due to the advanced age of this tomb being here, but you can see carved a phrase carved, barely legible, over the tomb's doorway that says, "Home again to rest forever."
Maybe someone made it out.
Devana would like to think someone made it out. That will make her feel a little less guilty about stealing all their stuff.
You paid for it, Devana.
That is true.
All right.
That is true.
Well, we made it kind of back home.
I suppose we'd better get Eldon back to well, where he came from.
Yeah, we should probably follow up on those other three too and make sure they're all right.
Yes.
Oh, yes. We wouldn't want to be late to Blink's pity party.
Oh my!
What happened between
Such, such barbs!
And
We're not even letting you guys use silvery barbs from the Strixhaven.
I tried.
Oh, that's awesome.
I asked.
and I'll say, well, all right, Eldon, you here? Sound off if you're alive. Hello.
Yes. We seem to be home. By the way, we haven't really had much time to talk. How did you find me?
Oh, we were
Well-
sent to look for you.
Very strange.
You were reported missing. Lord Neverember sent us.
Oh, I see. There were others with me. A gnome and a couple of others.
We found them.
Oh. Wonderful. Yes, I guess we should report in to Lord Neverember.
Yep. That's what was.
That
gonna be
seems
my-
wise.
So you can.
Yes.
You find yourself in the Pauper's graveyard. Where would you like to head next, then? You do know the layout of Neverwinter, having been here for a year.
No,
working
he's
with-
not usually in Castle Neva, though, is he? He's usually somewhere else.
Correct. He does have his own manor.
Devana looks to the captain to tell us what to do.
All right. Well, Eldon is safe. I think we wanted to confirm that the others are safe. We know where they live. Agnoth, you know the city pretty well. We kind of know where they would be, right?
Well, I was hoping they'd be going to report in as well. If we don't see them, we can look for them later, maybe.
Well, my thought is that they're all nobles, and if they maybe live kind of in the same neighborhood as Lord Neverember, we can kind of all just
No, you
do it right
You
in
do
one.
remember that they were prominent members of the city and society. You do know that nobility. There really isn't any nobility in Neverwinter. That's something you have discovered over the last year of being in Neverwinter is that Lord Neverember taxes the wealthy very heavily. Obviously, with your connections with the Hall of Justice and the Lords Alliance, as well as the Order of the Gauntlet, that the group that you've been working with over the last year, you've definitely discovered that this is more to stop a nobility from coming up. And the way Lord Neverember has always presented it was to stop the nobility from oppressing the people. But with all of your group, many of you have a massive passive insight. You know it's more that he doesn't want anybody to try to take his power away, basically.
Everybody likes feudalism.
Or something like that.
That's your next shirt, Mitch.
Everybody, everyone likes feudalism. But you can go ahead and make your way to his. You do know that it is still nightfall at the moment, however.
Is it late or?
Yes. When you hear the clocks, because of course the clocks of Neverwinter, being something that the clockworks in Neverwinter are extremely precise, the next chime that you hear is probably about 1 in the morning.
Well, I mean, we can take him back to the shop and rest up and go see him in the morning.
You do still have rooms at the Moonstone Mark, is where you've been staying of late. But you were promised homes and attractive land in Neverwinter, the least of which for rescue and all.
A good sleep seems right. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd probably be waking him up if we went to see him now.
What do you think, Eldon? Do you need some rest before we go see Lord Neverember tomorrow? Get you a good warm meal? Eldon, right?
Eldon, yes, certainly. I would return to my home, but at least until everything is figured out, I definitely welcome the company to stay with you until we're presented with Lord Neverember and find out what's been going on.
Yeah, let's go head back to the rooms, and
Okay.
that way, like, we don't have to cook. They should have something even at this late hour.
I'm sure you're welcome to my spot in Captain's room, Eldon.
Oh my goodness.
There are at least some people in the Moonstone Mask that like to stay up very late, so we should be fine.
Oh, love it.
Blink, blink, blink. Why do you
Well, I
give up so
suppose it's-
easily?
Time for a spider egg souffle.
With your passive perception, Devon, you can easily see that Eldon is kind of staying closer to you and Minerva and Agnoth a little bit, and kind of giving Captain Renly, Das, and Blink a wide berth.
The bickering boys.
Not really sure what's going on. He doesn't want to get into the middle of it,
Yeah, it's best to let them have their little tiff on their own.
But yeah, you can make your way back to the Moonstone Mask. Your friendly ghost is there. If anybody recalls her name?
I will have it in a second.
Devon,
I
as
have it
we're
somewhere here.
walking now, is
Where's my notes?
determined to remember that as we take our long rest, she wants to bring up ceremony.
Okay.
So that she cast atonement on both Captain Renly and Blink and see if she can fix this problem.
What was her name? Did you guys find her name?
I'm getting there.
Okay, there we do. I'm looking at. Oh, it's not that one.
I'm actually really happy with the level of notes that I've taken so far, but
Oh,
it's going back towards the beginning.
No
Sabine.
worries. Sabine, yes.
Sabine, yes, Sabine.
Yes, she
Sabine.
can help you get into the kitchens. She'll wake a couple of friendly cooks of the all-male kitchen staff at the Moonstone Mask, and can fix you a bit of food. She'll have it brought up to your rooms. Introductions to Eldon and she asks, "Prince, you've been gone for days. What has happened? Where have you gone?"
Has it been days?
Yes.
It's just one really long one.
Rifts,
for us.
rifts, who knows what they can do. It's probably maybe time moves faster in the Shadowfell.
You've been gone for about 10 days, she says.
Wow.
When was the
Wow.
last of the other 3 people we sent back? Were they delayed as well, or all on the same night?
She does mention that something about having some people that had been kidnapped had returned. It's been in the broadsheet, the Neverwinter Nights.
Well, at least we know they're alive.
That's a start.
Yes, they said they've been looking for their rescuers as they have rewards.
I suppose they would too.
That will be next.
Well, we can collect
Yeah.
tomorrow once they're all awake.
I think we have
Right.
some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Minerva.
No, go ahead.
Saying I think we have some more pressing matters to deal with getting us some food, some beverage, a change of clothes, maybe a bath, and a nice hot sleep. Hungry. Maybe some hash that I could settle.
Devana suggests maybe a hot bath and a warm sleep rather than a hot sleep. That doesn't sound so good to her.
Oh yes. What did I say? Hot sleep. Ugh, that sounds terrible.
You definitely need some rest, but yes, you can. The food is brought up to you. They will, of course, you can have access to the bathing rooms and such like that. As your chamber, you just have really a latrine chamber, as it were, off of your suite with the different rooms there. And everyone can go ahead and take the benefits of a long rest. You found Sabine's name, so everyone take back your inspiration as well, and
Yeah.
level up to level 11.
Three
As we are
pews.
over,
Pew, pew, pew.
as we are overnighting, Devana will switch out. What was I going to switch? Bestow curse
Okay.
for ceremony.
Okay.
She wants to try to fix this rift in her party.
But yeah, go ahead and level your characters up to level 11. Again, we are using the 2014 rules. You should be able to open your character sheet and just click on your character mancer, which should automatically level you up. Again, we are using just your average roll for hit points. We're not rolling for hit points.
Might be more of a Kravis of Dusk in the party, really.
Right?
Zing.
Agnoth's dry wit. So is everyone staying with their single class, or is anyone multi-classing?
Not multi-classing.
No, multi-class.
Over the next coming couple of days, while I'll go ahead and allow you to level up here, you do discover that the definitely seems that the important figures in Neverwinter now know about this cult, and over the next coming couple of days, the cult does flee Neverwinter shortly after your return from Evernight. Of course, sending you out to return to the catacombs to find them, you see that the cultists are gone. Having been able to navigate the Everdark, the Neverdeath main part of the graveyard, you're able to navigate all of the strange creatures that would be there. Would definitely find out that they have been kind of scattered to the wind, as it were. You are.
Like to
Go ahead.
request a insight, a wisdom saving throw from Blink. As over breakfast the next day, I do a cast atonement on him, as I feel like his alignment is changing. I
Well,
want to
I would-
realign him
I
to
would
be
note.
faithful to him.
I would note that there has to be a willing creature. So if you would like to speak with Blink and you would like to speak with Captain Renly to explain the situation and your thoughts behind it, feel free to do so.
I would. So over breakfast,
Sure.
I would like to say, gentlemen, I feel a rift in our party. I feel like there's been a rift between you two, and your alignment is shifting away from each other. And I'd like to do a ceremony over breakfast to bring it back, to bring you back together, and to unify our party as one. Will you allow me to do so? Captain, will you allow
Blink.
me?
Absolutely, Devana. I believe that I extended an olive branch on the trip back through the coffin last night. That's a weird sentence.
Right.
Devana notes his tone is just a little off.
I can't put it in chat. I don't know if Mitch you want to, but I just pasted Blink's response in the Gangs All Eels stream chat on your server.
Blink, we already explained that you literally passed out and we did everything we could to keep you safe and alive. If there's more than that that's bothering me, then you... Listen, I don't know what it is, and you're going to have to use some words to get this over. But
And I would say...
I would just say that, listen, I'm soul-bound in more ways than one. If you can take my meaning, let's put it to bed.
Aw.
Have a nice breakfast, and just move forward. We got work to do.
I mean, sir, I don't even know what this whole soul bond thing means. I mean, I'm the soul Blink. That's just, well, except when I bring the echo out, because then I'm not, because then there's two of us.
Actually,
10 more minutes of this.
actually, Eldon says over breakfast, there's actually multiple copies, almost an infinite number of you, all across the multiverse.
I think you're gonna make Blink's head explode.
Don't. Here, Eldon, have some coffee. Don't hurt it.
Right.
Sir,
What were we supposed to do, Blink? You fell asleep. You passed out. What were we supposed to do?
Do you know what I do every day when I wake up, sir? I've been doing this since we first heard of Elixir. Every day I bring up my echo. You see me doing this in the morning, sir?
Yes, I'm aware of your echo in the morning.
You remember what you used to call me, sir?
Blink.
Well, yeah, I mean, you still call me that, sir. But you used to call me something. You used to say I was integral.
Of course,
I'm not integral, no. No. Every day I would step up and I'd say, Captain, he'd say he's integral. I'd bring out my echo and I'd say every day. It was what got me up every morning. I'd say, I'd tell my echo, the needs of the Renly outweigh the needs of the you. Because I have to tell him that, because otherwise he thinks I'm talking to me about me, but I'm not, or the one. And then you just, I guess it doesn't matter anymore, sir. I tried. You got Das now.
Blink, and I gesture to Das. We all have Das as our friend. Now he's a member of the 10 Eels. Membership is not exclusive in the 10 Eels.
I would say more a leader than a friend, but sure. Continue.
You're making it worse. You're not helping. But we're all integral to the 10 Eels, Blink. And if what Eldon and this old fortune teller lady told us is true, we're all a part of something much, much bigger than just being integral to one another. But ever since that day on the docks when we were trying to, my God, what was it? Win metal conchs in some fair or prized meat and things like that. You called me your captain. I don't even have a bicorn hat. And yet I
can
am
get you one,
still...
sir.
Oh, that's not the point. Stay on task.
What? No, the hat has a point.
Okay. Ugh. Blink, I wouldn't have made it this far without your protection and your friendship. And all the eels can say that about you.
Yes, very true.
The truth is, you're not just integral to me. You're integral to all of us. And I'm sorry if it didn't get said often enough or early enough, because there seems to be a very specific part of this being in the morning. But I will make it a part of my daily affirmations. And if there's one more thing that I can ask of you, please do not start stealing me a bunch of hats. Now, will you please come and have breakfast with me? It feels weird when you look like somebody else, and I really like fooling people into thinking we're twins.
But we're not twins if I'm the only one wearing a hat, sir.
Very well. Minerva,
Yes.
direct me to this town's finest haberdashery.
All right. We'll find that afterward. Anyway. On the way to Lord Neverember's, perhaps.
Oh, yeah!
You can do that. But before we do that, we got about maybe 12 minutes, 11 minutes or so before the next ad break. As Minerva had mentioned in Roll20 chat there, since everyone should have access to 6th level spells now, in certain cases, the pure casters, it might behoove you to discuss what different spells you're picking up. That way you're not duplicating things if you you can duplicate stuff, but that way you're kind of, fleshing things out. Mystic Arcanum for Renly.
So
And
that,
my
means,
third
Devana
P.
is
so that means you get your pick of spell, right?
Yeah. I had already... I think I had settled on, because we had gotten to, like previously in the Call of Netherdeep stuff, we had kind of gotten here, and we did like a little bit of a rollback for starting over here, right?
Mhm.
And I
Right.
think I had taken Mental Prison, which you did as well, which is, it's a great enough spell to having 2 instances of it is great. But I think I was going to go with Arcane Gate instead.
Okay.
That
Actually, I
leaves
was.
you...
Well, I wasn't sure. I'm just taking this as all new, so
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I was taking Mental Prison. I was looking at that or Eye Bite, and then I was also thinking, just because it's kind of Minerva with her kind of odd powers, is taking True Seeing, because she likes to know things, but she can
Mhm.
also, yeah, she likes to know. So those were my top threes. I hadn't quite figured out. So I was seeing what you had. I went.
Yeah, and I can look, but Mitch, this is my option for you. Like, I did open up the character in my sheet and was like, okay, level up, but pretty much all choices and everything seemed to be, now it is finally...
Yeah, I'm running into the same thing too, where like it's almost like not populating.
Yeah,
It is
it'll just
now
take a
for
little
me.
bit of time, yeah.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do too is look through each one of the of your classes too, to let not only obviously you already know what's going to happen, but let the viewers know as well. So at 10th level Echo Knight, you got the Shadow Martyr, correct, for Blink?
Mm-hmm.
And I think at
3rd level, I had a lot of choices, but I chose to hit someone a 3rd time.
Ooh.
yeah, I was
Good
going to say
choice.
you also get a 3rd attack for extra attack at 11th level, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And then what does Devana pick up as a I don't think you get any domain spells. I think you've gotten all your domain spells at 9th level, but what do you get at 11th level as a cleric?
Yeah, I get 2 more spell choices.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking about adding Summon Celestial to
Okay.
my just regular thing, and I was wondering what the team thought. Do we have a need for scrying?
Hmm.
It might be interesting in this campaign. It's like I've never had to use it like in a regular AL thing. I don't know, it just never really seemed to come up, but with
Yeah,
this,
so
it
I'm
might.
torn between scrying or holy weapon, where I
Ooh.
can imbue someone's weapon with holy power for an
Yeah,
hour.
my son loves
Yeah,
that one because he likes to play paladin. So,
yeah. I was gonna say, like, eventually, Doss was planning to even
Concentration?
get that for himself. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can get it for yourself because it being
Not now.
concentration
not
kind
yet.
of makes it makes it a real balancing act for me because
Yeah.
all of my stuff is concentration.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I won't get it since I'm only a half caster. I won't get it until like multiple levels from now. So, no pressure for you to get it, obviously, no. But I think I agree with you. It's a very cool spell.
change out my spells every night if I remember to, as we get a long rest, if I think about it. So I'll go ahead and add Holy Weapon and Summon Celestial to my regularly prepared spells. And if I don't use it a lot, then I'll switch it out, but I'll have it on hand.
Cool.
And if we decide we need scrying, like I said, I can always add that any after I just need a long rest to switch it up.
And let's see, what does Agnoth at 11th level? Agnoth gets the spell storing item. Ooh.
Could have applications.
Very cool. Let's see here. Let me scroll down to that real quick. Now store a spell in an object. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch one simple or martial weapon or one item you can use as a spellcasting focus, and you store a spell in it, choosing a first or second level spell from the Artificer's spell list that requires one action to cast. While holding the object, a creature can take an action to produce the spell's effect from it using your spellcasting ability modifier. If the spell requires concentration, the creature must concentrate. The spell stays in the object until it's been used a number of times equal to twice your intelligence modifier, or until you use the feature again to store a different spell in an object.
That is cool.
Now, I would note that it is a first or second level spell, specific spell, not something that you could like upcast or anything like that. When the Artificers first came out and we were playing them, I actually had with my Artificer playing. Of course, we were playing AL, stored second level casting of Cure Wounds, and then we found out that wasn't technically able to happen because it's not a second level spell. It can be upcast, but Cure Wounds is actually a first level spell, so it does have to be a first or second level spell, your choice, from the Artificer list. There's some really great second level spells as well.
Right.
Oh, I have so many sorceries.
And what is your
Yeah, Character Mancer is still having all kinds of issues, but I think the 3 big things for Renly is 3rd spell slot, 3rd blast of the Eldritch
Now,
Variety.
you don't
and
have to
Mystic
use.
Arcana.
Yeah, you don't have to use the character mats. Like I said, we've been messing around with Roll20 enough. You should be able to just go ahead and level your character. Just change your character's level, and then go ahead and just add everything that you get into your traits and features on your own.
Oh, okay.
My character master worked fine.
That's so weird.
Yeah, no, I have the same issue that Greg Renly is. Like, it's just blank essentially.
Mhm.
So, I will go through and I'll do it in the normal way.
By hand.
Man, yeah. For me, my world is not very exciting at 11th level. I get improved divine strikes. Yeah, basically the.
I just get it. All I get is an extra spell and an extra. Oh, maybe it's extra 2 spells. Because I looked like I needed 2. And I get an extra sorcery. which is nice.
Nice.
Divine Strikes would have been huge at the beginning of this session.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bitch, I am looking to add this spell Summon Celestial,
Uh huh.
and when I search Summon Celestial, it's not coming up.
Might not be in his
Should
compendium.
be.
Wasn't sure if I was doing something
there.
wrong.
Yeah, just type in Summon
Okay.
Celestial. Should have it listed there for Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It might also have it
This
listed for the Player's Handbook 2024 if you happen to have that in Roll20. If you don't, it should give you the Summon Celestial Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, because I do have that shared here in the compendium for this room.
Just type
Weird.
in summon and
So I'm
get
going
the
to
whole list.
spells. Is that what I'm doing wrong? Because I'm under spells.
Oh no, go to your compendium.
Yep.
At the top, just type in Summon.
Okay,
the
just
search
at the
box.
top, not under spells. Okay,
Yes,
maybe
yes.
that's where I was going wrong. No,
Just-
I've got instant summon, summon dragon, ring of summoning, but no summon celestial for me.
I've got it there. I can drag it over to your character
Me
sheet
too.
though.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what I'm doing that's weird, but
Not a problem.
Oh,
Are
and
you-
spell?
Are you in the compendium or are you in the journal page?
I'm in the compendium.
It says
Where?
D&D
Yeah.
5th edition at the top.
Yep.
And you typed in Summon Celestial in that search box.
I just type in summon.
Yeah,
That should bring up everything with the summon, right?
Go ahead and type
Yeah.
Summon Celestial just in case. It came up for me. It's coming up for Minerva. So if it doesn't come up for you, I can easily drag. Well, why do you have Conjure Celestial on your list?
I should not have conjure celestial.
Weird.
Very.
Yeah, oddly, unless I'm spelling summon wrong? No, 2 M's,
Yeah,
1
you're right.
N.
Here, I've got it. Actually, I want to drag it over from the compendium and drop it onto your character sheet. I should put it in there.
Oh, I have it.
No idea. Okay, well, you fixed it for me, so all is well.
There we go.
Okie dokie, I should be all good then.
Excellent. Is there anything else in particular that any one of the characters got significant? I mean, Blink's getting a third attack is fairly significant. Anything else like that for everyone? What other spells are you picking up?
Cone of Cold.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice.
So I'm going to take you back over to the Neverwinter map. The rescued figures and their families are grateful for your efforts, and they definitely would like to reward your group with the amount of coin that you can split. If you want to go ahead, actually, also, Renly, and split the money up, you can easily split the money up between everyone, add it all up and split it between your group. They will give you a total pot of 9,000 additional gold to split up between your group. But that was our ad timer. So we do have an ad break coming up in just a few short seconds. So go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, refresh your beverages. We'll come back on the other side of the ad break and finish up a little bit of our clerical stuff, a little bit more information, and give the characters some ideas for the next session that we're going to be into. So stick around. We'll be back in a few. All right, back on the side of the ad break. We still have a couple players that might be a little AFK for just a couple more minutes. I give them until 38 past the hour. But generally in this part of the session, we talk about, we got a lot to talk about tonight, about what the characters might have learned about their self, like what the players might have learned about their own characters, what the characters have learned in this story and all of that as well. In addition to the coin, of course, you are given each one of you are given a large house in Neverwinter. And they are all in this section here. Let me go ahead and pull up our combat screen so that the viewers can see this area of Neverwinter. This area here, those plots of land are yours. Now, here's the thing about the area where you're living, all right? The area where you're living, it used to be what was known as the Chasm. This chasm opened up a number of years ago, and it's a huge chasm that kind of a canyon-like crack amid the southern district of Neverwinter in the late years of the current century. You're getting close to 1500 Dale Reckoning, but it is like 1492, 95, something of that nature. They really don't have a strict timeline for 5th edition, but we're going to go ahead and place this at 1495, if that's okay with everyone. So that gives you an idea of the timeline where your characters are in relation to the Forgotten Realms while you're there. You spend most of your time of recent in the Shadowfell. But the chasm, the area where it was once known, districts were called the Arcanus Quarter and the Beggar's Nest. But of course, they were destroyed during the cataclysm that followed the eruption of Mount Hutnau, which happened 50 years ago. Because of that, the area was in utter ruins and a maze of destroyed buildings and clotted streets. The chasm proper was big, covering almost all of that central area. So if you look on the map there, you can see that that whole swath of land south of your area, of your land there, was once the chasm. And there were lots of earth moats floating around in that area, some drifting slowly, other bashing against the walls of the chasm or against each other. It was also so deep that it reached down to a lake that was located in the Underdark. This is the history of the area of where your land now is. The land within the chasm itself was actually twisted because of the plague land that was located beneath Neverwinter. Storms of elemental energy and other strange phenomena would surge up from the depths without warning at any moment. The chasm was actually magically sealed about a decade ago, so 1485. It did cost the city's coffers much of its money, and a lot of the outer walls of the city itself are still being repaired from the destruction of much of the city during the eruption of the volcano. But every once in a while, it's been rumored that in your area, there's still telltale signs of Plagueland, blue fires and a little bit of warped reality every once in a while could be seen throughout the region of this land that Lord Neverever has given you.
So I take it half the reason is because the real estate prices were on a discount.
Exactly. You all know that without a doubt. Anything Lord Neverember does is definitely going to benefit him in some way. And if he can put a group of fairly successful adventurers right in the middle of this area, it will also help protect the town. And if it protects the city of Neverwinter, it brings him a little bit more honor and recognition amongst the peoples. But he also will pay for a small army of construction workers and renovators to restore the homes in that region for you. So, I don't know if you want to take a screenshot of that little plot of land. Those are the remains of the buildings that are there. The streets don't have really any names that are around you there. So if you want to name the streets, he does offer you the ability to name the streets around there as well. So there's the street that runs the length of the north side of your plot of land, and there's the road that leads, that's on the western side, that leads up north into the city. The plot of land to the southwest of you, is vacant with crumbled ruins. Pretty much everywhere you look around this area where the chasm was sealed is crumbled ruins, mostly in this area. So something to think about. So maybe just between now and our next session is going to be, I believe, Tuesday, October the 8th, correct? At 8
Sounds right. Yes.
8
Sounds right.
p.m. So everyone come back for that. If you would please, I definitely want to thank everybody that stopped by tonight, as well as Norse Wrecker, and thank you so much, Norse Wrecker, for the sub as well. So think about that between now and then. Talk about it in our Discord chat. Talk about it if you want to in the Gangs All Eels. If some of the viewers and other members of the Discord want to chat about different ideas for that. Basically, what I was considering us doing, even though it was only playtest material, and it might change with the release of the new Dungeon Master's Guide in November, they do have the playtest material for Bastions.
Ooh.
So check that
That would
out.
be cool.
Check out that playtest material. It should be in our Master of Dungeons community Discord server. If you have the D&D news roll, you should be able to see the 1D&D playtest documents, which will have the discussions about the Bastions and such like that, and we can chat about that here in the next couple of weeks for that. All right, so what did we learn about our characters? What did we learn about the story? What did we learn about ourselves from the session tonight? Definitely had a lot of great role-playing. And first, just so the viewers know, the Gregs were talking about it a little bit on the chat. They've been talking about the characters and how they're playing off screen, outside of the games. There is no rift between the players whatsoever. Anything that you hear also between Blink and DOS is discussed between the players ahead of time. All of that is and fun and exploring the characters' personalities and role playing and such like that. So and plus Devana stepping in to want to heal the rift is what her character would do. So with that coming up tonight, I had a lot of fun with what you guys came up with tonight from that. Any discussion or notes about that?
Share a little bit about what we were talking about off camera, which
Yeah.
is, Devana was really enjoying the role playing that the character was doing, or Sarah was really enjoying the role playing that the characters were doing. But Devana would not have wanted Blink to be unhappy. She would not have wanted there to be any unsettlement in the group, because she would have been seeking to mostly make Blink feel better, feel happy again, be his good, lovable self, but also just bring unity to the party, because party unity is her number one goal, I'd say.
Yeah. You've mentioned many times she's the mother hen of the group.
Yeah.
She wants everyone to be protected. But
Yeah.
go ahead, Greg. Blink, Greg, if you would give the viewers some insight to, as you mentioned in the Discord about Blink enjoying Blink playing the temper tantrum child type mentality.
I mean, so when we first did the Call of the Netherdeep campaign in the first or second session, I don't remember, the very first fight we had were against things that blew up on us.
Mhm.
I forget what they were. But on the spur of the moment, Blink picked up one that had gone near unconscious by Renly and ran it into the fog cloud, expecting to blow up with it. And then just from that point, he decided that his one and only purpose in life was to protect Renly. And in part because Talos is a good player who applies his tactics properly, and in part because I missed a session, DOS has on occasion exceeded Blink at that role. So I just thought it'd be fun to play that out.
Play it out, yeah.
The three of us have been talking about that behind the scenes. Any sniping that goes on, we know when we're going too far. But it's just fun because Blink as an 8 intelligence, 8 charisma, all brawn, 100% devoted to who he perceives as the leader of the party character would get bent out of shape by that. So that's how it went tonight.
I liked it. It was a lot of fun, and some of the stuff was like those "oh no" moments was really cool. But I do have a question for Talus with playing DOS, of course. What would DOS's reaction have been to Blink using his tattered disguise, which he normally uses to make himself look like Renly, to kind of being that thing, like he says, assassins are always around. What would DOS's reaction have been to Blink making himself look like DOS? If you're not muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No worries.
So, yes. So, in the moment, probably would have been amused. He was amused by that, especially just because he was observing this sort of strange dynamic between these two guys and doesn't mind riling it up. I imagine actually though, Greg, we can talk about like playing this out over time. That like I imagine actually over time he would not like that because it is like he's still also like sort of figuring out like what if he's not DOS the best as the original version, like he's this other one, and he's like, okay, well, what's my bestest better purpose to sort of have another DOS the best to sort of compete with? Like, well, sort of. He also has an 8 intelligence, so like it may sort of it might crinkle his style a little bit, but I think from a sort of roleplay perspective, I fully endorse it if nothing else, just to create more chaos within the team.
Right, it's pretty cool, yeah. Eel's Alley, thinking of names here in our Roll20 chat about some of the different things to call the streets and the section of land. So something to think about too is what types of buildings you want on there. There's 8 remnant buildings on that section. So if you want to, kind of brainstorm over the next couple of weeks about what you want to put there. You do note, of course, that the words have spread around the city of the cult. You're, driving the cult away. There's been no signs of the cult in the coming weeks after that. People do respect your group as the Ten Eels, the captain and the Ten Eels, as heroes of Neverwinter. I mean, you've been here. There's always, of course, rumors discussing, mysteriously your group mysteriously appeared, from somewhere over a year ago. So there's always, some conspiracy theories here and there. But the majority of the populace is definitely grown to respect your adventuring party for looking out for Neverwinter as you've worked the past year of being here, with some of the town militia, working with the Order of the Gauntlet, as well as mostly the Lord's Alliance to do different things around the town. But the one thing does still lurk in the back of your mind, which is that link to Vecna. The image that you saw when you first passed through, when you thwarted the cultists' ritual in the sewers, as you were looking for the prominent members, for lack of a better word, as you were using yourselves, nobles and such like that, when you actually finished, thwarted the ritual, and that the world around you and across the plains, and perceiving the innumerable cults of Vecna all throughout the multiverse, and seeing that the withered form of Vecna gathering the secrets like threads. You did spend enough time with Eldon to know that Eldon did not have a secret. And as DOS had mentioned and was questioning and was joking about, well, he now knows our secret, what we have to do to finish off Eldon or whatever. Your group's secret is not a secret that pertains to the, for lack of a better word, meta currency for that. So keeping that as a secret is totally up to your characters in Neverwinter. Eldon definitely will not reveal that secret. He does mention that most people will probably not have any clue what soul bonds are in the first place. The only reason he has any inkling is because of his extensive knowledge of the planes. But you do know the people that you've rescued. You do have access to them in Neverwinter. If anything of their specialties you need to utilized to go back to them while you're in Neverwinter to get information from them about certain things, you can do so as well.
Cool.
So
All right.
between now and next session, go ahead and just brainstorm about some ideas. Look at the bastions. Playtest material, as I mentioned, those PDFs are available in the 1DD playtest material on the Master of Dungeons Discord server. And
I was thinking this sort of felt like our own bastion system.
right,
Yeah.
So I think we'll play around with it, and then when the new rules, the actual rules for bastions, come out in the Dungeon Master's Guide, we can go ahead and adjust certain things here and there. Yeah, does Zagnoth need a workshop, like an artificer's workshop? Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and there's no shortage. Like, there's 6 players, there's 8 buildings. Like,
Devana would suggest we make a grand mansion and all live in the same house.
So everybody can be under your watchful eye.
Another henning it. Everybody stay together.
Yeah, you could even
want to go all in, I'm fine.
Yeah, you can move Minerva's shop location to that area too, as well.
Well, it depends how much if this is how much foot traffic there is for that kind of thing. I mean,
Well, it also might
be-
not necessarily need to worry about foot traffic, more of a destination.
Okay.
So people might be looking at it as a destination place to come for her curiosities, especially with everything that goes on around the remains of where the chasm once was. Go ahead, Blink.
All right, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Blink wouldn't think this, but this Greg thinks this is a real estate scam. We're just being put on the edge of a chasm because no one else wants the land, and we're going to get swallowed.
Oh, it totally
Mhm.
is. It totally is. Well, the
Yeah.
chasm's been sealed. It has been sealed.
Oh yeah, that's just what the real estate agent would say.
I have a suspicion Agnoth is going to be a little suspicious about this too, and start working on monitoring devices to make sure that the place is stable and that it actually is safe.
Yeah, so what we can do before next session, go ahead and think about those bastions and stuff like that. You can even, if you want to, start exploring the area around that, or you can, if you decline to do that and want to continue on, just let me know and we can figure that out before the next session. Does that sound good for everyone?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and finish up the session then just a little early tonight, just a few minutes early. My wife would be extremely pleased by that. Anyone have anything to say before we sign off?
Just
Thank
thanks,
you.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
That was
running
lots of fun.
these sessions, these great games, and thank you to everybody for being great players.
Excellent. All right. Well, keep in mind we are going to raid out to another channel when we're finished up here. But of course, we want to thank all of our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. We do love your Prime subs as well. You do get a free sub every month if you have Amazon Prime and you connect it to your Twitch account. And we do very much appreciate those who choose to use that free sub here on our channel. Thanks again to Norse Wrecker, very much so, for your tier 1 subscription tonight. It's very much appreciated. For those looking to sub, it is September for the next week or two. You get 20% off, or 25% off, I should say, 1 month, 3 month subs, and 30% off 6 month subs. And I believe next week they're also going to give a discount to gifted memberships. So that's something to look into next week as well. Of course, the link to our Patreon page as well as our YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. If you would subscribe to us on YouTube, Design Lizard did just put a massive amount of videos up earlier this week that does contain all of the episodes from Vecna Eve of Ruin all the way up through episode 8, I believe, as well. And I think he's working on, there was a little sound issue with episode 0, kind of our session 0 where we sit down with the players, and he's working on that. There was a little bit of static or something there, and he's fixing that up. That should be up within the next week or so. But yeah, definitely if you could subscribe to us on YouTube, like and comment on the videos, share them with your friends and family, share them with your enemies. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Give us some likes, retweets, all of that good stuff. Every sub, like, and share will help us immensely. You can find that down in our links below here on Twitch as well. As I mentioned before, if you want to support us by clicking on the About Us section below and hit that Discord panel to join the Master of Dungeons community Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive D&D community. The merch store is also open. I'm going to have Renly give me the whole feudalism quote earlier, so maybe we'll get a new t-shirt up in there. But if you purchase anything from the merch store, it will definitely directly help support the channel. But thank you so much for watching tonight. Tomorrow we do have our 11 a.m. stream, our video game stream for Wicked Wednesday, and then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll have another DM chat, Dungeons and Deliberations, where we can talk about Dungeons and Dragons. You can ask me questions. For those that might not know, I've been a DM for over 40 years, professional DM for the last 5. So any advice or questions you have about playing D&D or being a DM or anything of that nature, we discuss that. And of course, we are discussing the changes to the 2024, from the 2024 Player's Handbook and the 2014 Player's Handbook tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Your evening. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Hopefully we'll talk to you then. Happy adventuring.